Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
Let's try our best to make it a simple in and out procedure.
This is live. I'm on live TV.
I would love to hear this. That's one hell of an ego you've got.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Don't treat me like a moron. Try me.
Forget it. If it's like beer, we'll have some.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
And here we are.
Yes, we are. TikTok sensations.
This was a fun experiment. Oh man,
Yeah. Well, we're live on TikTok,
we
right?
we are live on TikTok
For the first time,
for the first time.
which is kind of cool because, as I sort of not so subtly alluded to, we kind of had our first viral moment.
We did, yes, which was really cool. So, welcome those, anybody who's stopping in on TikTok. Sir Gers stopped by, which is always nice. But we, if you've noticed, we've been posting clips of our shows, not just the highlights and everything, but like little stories and stuff, and then trying to expand our media presence for the show and everything like that. So we expanded over to TikTok, and and we posted the first one that we posted was Chris's Titanic thing
With AI. Yep.
which did pretty well. Got a couple thousand views and everything, which was nice. Even on YouTube, it was hitting pretty good over there.
Yep.
And then just little things was a couple more videos getting a little bits hits there and here and there, whatever. But this last one that we posted, I mean, it's like I couldn't believe. Like, I mean, I guess I could believe it because it's a good topic. It's a good story, and
Well,
it's something that is a very easily open discussion type of thing to say, like, oh, I remember that scene. I remember that guy. It was like, it's like, oh, there's a cool story behind it type of thing.
relatable on a lot of levels. Relatable because we tried to troll our friend, your brother.
Yes.
Relatable because it is a classic, an all-time classic baseball movie. Now,
Yes.
debatable in terms of like where it ranks with all that, but Major League, at least for us, was one of the the biggest baseball movies growing up. And it was very authentic, and all those scenes and stuff like that that we recite all the time. It just, I think it hit on a lot of levels.
I think it's just funny too because it is kind of one of those things that we've when it was like when you first like brought that to us, it was really funny because we mentioned that it was during COVID and everyone's locked down.
like a month after, it was April or something like that.
Yeah, so like everyone's locked down and we're all trying to and we were lucky enough already to be texting with each other and everything like that. We've been ever since we've formed this group text for our friends and everything like that. We are constantly in touch with each other.
Yep.
But it was one of those things that the cameo thing started to grow because people are stuck at home. So like celebrities were doing cameos and stuff like that. So it was just funny how I guess we must have just brought it up randomly too. But they said like, it's always something that came up. And I think like a lot of times it was like, I think like Noah was like, I think I'm going to get a jersey. Like, what jersey you guys think I should get? And we're like,
Gentry. Right. Like reflexively we would say Gentry. And nobody else who watched that movie would think Gentry. It's either, Jake Taylor,
Right.
Dorn, Vaughn, like
Serrano,
the usual suspects. So we're all like Gentry.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, that whole red tag locker scene and all that just hit with us.
It's one of those things. It's like, because I guess it's because it would be one of the more rare things to get that like you'd have to really love the movie, I guess, to be like, I totally get that. And that's one of those, I always appreciate that when you see somebody wearing a shirt or something like that, that is very like it's part of something large. Like, so maybe it's a big movie or something like that, but it's a very obscure scene or something that's referencing, that's like a one-liner that is kind of an offline that isn't always quoted, but you know it type of thing. And I always appreciate that, because then it's like you're like, I get that guy.
Yeah. Well, it's, not to go into a whole bunch of obscurity here, but like we always talk about Little Big League.
Yes.
And that scene where they're doing like what is it?
I know. That's my point.
That's my point. They speak Spanish in Venezuela. Like that movie. And that's a very, very, like, those characters.
Yeah.
One of them, I guess, was Luke Collins.
Yes.
Is integral to the movie.
Yes.
The other ones, they all play a role and they have, speaking parts.
They're the teammates.
Right.
So they have, they have their own characters and stuff like that, which is great. And that just everybody on the team has their own personality type of thing that they add to it stuff. Just
to kind of like, if you've never seen, and again, maybe you and I should just do one early 90s or late 80s baseball thing per episode at this point, because they seem to hit. But so Little Big League, the premise and the reason why this scene was so funny for us is there is a basically, what is that, like a 12 or a 13-year-old kid becomes manager of the Twins through inheritance, basically. It was like they left the team to...
Yeah, he became the owner.
Yeah.
And then they had to fire the manager because he was terrible.
Right. And he just felt like, because he had all this baseball knowledge, who better to manage the team than me? Yeah. And so there's this scene that happens a little bit like maybe middle of the movie or whatever, where the guys are talking in the locker room.
It's early on, because it's them discussing the idea of having a 13-year-old manager.
You're right. I'm getting that and the homework scene confused.
Yes, not the homework scene. That's a different one.
Right. Which is also really good.
That's another great part of it.
It is.
The whole movie's really good.
It's hysterical.
Like,
it's such an underrated movie.
Totally
and the baseball in it, which is also why I like Major League, is very good.
Yes.
Like the
because
choreography.
They were all, like, a lot of them were Major League, like they've played baseball.
Yeah.
I think they went and looked for baseball players.
Kevin Elster was in it.
Well, Kevin Elster played their shortstop, which is awesome.
Yep.
But it's like, I think most of the actors they got played some kind of organized ball. Yeah. So that they all looked pretty competent when they were out there on the field or swinging the bat or whatever.
And you've seen the opposite, and I'll name a couple. We can go into a couple later, but like like you saw, who is it? Is it Jonathan Silverman was the pitcher, or one of the pitchers anyway? Right? Is it Silverman?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he looked like he had played before, like his windup, his delivery, the whole thing. Maybe not like beyond high school, but you could tell the guy had been an athlete or something like that. Whereas you get some of these other movies where it's just like
Angels in the Outfield.
Tony Danza.
Yes, Tony Danza. Matthew McConaughey probably he's athletic, but I mean he didn't it wasn't the baseball scenes in that looked very amateurish compared to other movies. Right. And Little Big League did a really good job. Like they did some really cool plays in the field and stuff like that with like the turning double plays, even just swinging the bats and stuff like that, and their pitches. He said it looks like a natural wind up type of thing.
And even the way they spoke about baseball. So like Billy, the kid, the one who becomes the manager, speaks in a very competent, like almost advanced level in terms of how he discussed baseball.
Well, that was the whole thing, because that's why it kind of worked, because he had the mentality of an adult, but he's a kid. Yeah. So, but like when it came to baseball, his just knowledge of baseball and the analytics of it, which is funny too, because it was before really
this is before Moneyball and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. The over analytics that baseball brings nowadays, he was doing it. They did that whole what's the assistant manager?
Like when he was quizzing him or whatever?
Yes, when he quizzes him, and he brings up all these scenarios, and he's
now you've taken the bat out of our lineup, out of our third and fourth hitters, or whatever the hell
it was. And he's like, he gives him a scenario, and he's like, all right, well, who's on deck? Yeah. How many? Who's in the bullpen? Who's in? He's just, it's all these things that, your average person probably just would have no idea, where. Yeah, to even think about something.
It was almost
like
he was expecting the kid to answer in such a I'm a fan kind of way, and he didn't. He answered it in a very logical let me think 10 steps ahead as to what might happen here. And that's what, again, lent it that level of authenticity that, like, why we loved it. And I think that's why it hit so hard with us. But to your point, early on in that movie, they're going on about how kids today, was the one guy has that line like, kids today are amazing.
That's what it is. I don't know.
Kids today are amazing. What was that? Well, you do the follow-up line.
Yeah,
really
it was
well.
something. He says, like, I played something down in, some kind of ball down in Venezuela. They had kids half his age. Every one of them speaking Spanish. That's a hard language.
And then they deadpan to Lou Collins, who just looks back at him and goes, they speak Spanish in Venezuela. I know. That's my point. Like, just a beautiful scene.
It's so fantastic.
It's so great. So that's a great movie. Maybe we'll do that like more in depth at another time. But yeah, so we had.
Who can we contact from there?
Oof. God.
Bill Haywood.
Bill Haywood is proud. I don't see him doing a movie in a long time. He did do a couple of movies as he got a little bit older.
As a child
after
actor,
that.
it's hard to, when you do a movie like that seems kind of hokey in a way, it's kind of hard to get yourself going, I guess, listen, maybe he just wasn't, like, maybe he didn't even like it that much. Maybe he started to do more acting. He was like, at a young age, it's kind of hit or miss for young actors, because the grind can be annoying, and then, like, if they still have to go to school, and if they're balancing both, it could be a little bit much. And
I don't think that movie, for as good as it was for us, like, in terms of just widespread appeal, it wasn't a bust or anything like that, but I don't think it was like this big blockbuster where it could, like, fund the guy's career,
right?
Or it wasn't going to launch him into some bigger movie.
Yeah, no.
It was a movie for baseball nuts, and it was fine. It was a good movie. But after that, I don't think he starred in anything.
And it was
else.
more kid friendly, and I think wasn't it around the same time as Rookie of the Year?
Similar, yeah. I think Rookie of the Year came like a year after that,
and
so,
that
I
was
think it was
that was
92.
more of a smash hit. And I think it kind of got the idea of, like, all right, we're doing this again type of thing.
Yeah. Well, also, too, wasn't Rookie of the Year Disney? Am I wrong for that?
I think so.
Okay. It was definitely, like, backed by a larger studio. I thought it was Disney. And, anything Disney gets a lot more push.
Yeah. And they had...
Because even the scenes in that, like the baseball scenes, if you're really being objective, were not great. The story's so far-fetched, too, but...
They had, that's just... They're silly. There's a lot of silly things,
Yeah, there's funny moments. Yeah, Daniel.
This one's for mommy.
Oh yeah, with was it Booger from Revenge of the Nerds?
Yeah.
Ogre, I'm sorry, not Booger. Ogre.
Ogre, yeah.
Wrong guy. Booger was the one who,
John Candy was the play-by-play.
Yeah. And Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern was the pitching coach.
Like who's like a nut. He can't control his body.
Yeah.
Movements.
Brickma is the pitching coach. And was it it's like a lot of guys like ice. Some people think heat's the way to go. I've discovered the secret. Hot ice. I heat up the ice cubes. It's the best of both worlds.
and he's got like sunflower seeds spitting out when he talks. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's just like silly, quirky.
So
characters.
I mean, it was like because that was more of a hit movie. However, that was very, very kiddish in a sense. Like, it was very more oriented towards being a kid's movie.
Yeah.
And the idea of, look what you could be as a kid. Like, how cool would that be,
Yeah. They were both fantasies, but one was way more based in reality, and if that makes any sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you could see a kid being that smart and articulate about baseball.
Right.
You're not going to see an 11-year-old or 10-year-old, whatever the hell he was, have some weird-ass arm injury
and
then throw in 100-something, and he literally fires a nuke to the catcher, which is what gets him seen.
From center field.
Yeah. Like, that had never happened in real life. And again, neither would a child coaching a team, but for whatever reason, that story seemed more plausible than...
Yes, definitely. I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, much like Woody Johnson's kids, giving input to the football organization.
Right. Somehow or another.
It really happens in real life.
It does. It's true. The things that you would never expect to happen, the Jets and Woody Johnson somehow make happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the Jets. Anyway, do you want to, before we get too far and before this gets warm,
Yes.
Do we want to go into our new friends?
Yeah, yep. So today we are sampling beers from Bright Eye Beer Company, which is based in Long Beach.
Good thing I didn't do any lifting today.
They opened up last year, something like that, or a couple of years ago. It's maybe it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah. It's let's see. Oh, opened in 2020.
Okay.
So they opened
during the pandemic.
Wow. But I don't remember hearing much about. Well, I mean, I didn't hear much about anything back then. But
yeah,
I think the first time I really heard about it was when we were playing cornhole, and the LI Kick was opening up one of their nights there.
Yeah, me too. And it's funny because Bridget has been. I didn't know this until I asked her. I guess Audrey surfs, and I guess the surf camp that she goes to had an event there, and I did not realize it was Bright Eye. So when I told Bridget, I'm like, "Oh, we're getting beer from Bright Eye tonight," and she goes, "Oh, that's where they hosted an event for Audrey Surf Camp there." So she's been there in that big upstairs room where they have. I think that's where they have cornhole.
I gotcha.
So it's it has been around, I guess, longer than we thought, and they are a big. I have not been there yet, but they are a big, beautiful brewery.
Yeah, it's very, very nice in there. They have a couple of floors and everything, and it was. I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time there, but they got all the vats with the nice bar, and they have a nice seating area and everything like that, and then they have a whole upstairs which I didn't see. So it's it's pretty cool, and it's gotten some good reviews.
Everybody who's ever been there swears by it. Says great spot. And the one thing I'll say about it too, we've talked about this a little bit. How typically breweries are a little bit on the smaller. I don't know. I want to put this the right way because I want. They're all unique and different. They're usually a little bit smaller and they're just not. They go out of their way to not look polished. They want to look more just homey,
like a rustic barn style type of thing.
Whereas Bright Eye and maybe even Lunchbox, when we did them, they're a little bit more on the modern.
Lunchbox
side.
was definitely more on the modern side of it.
Yeah,
very, very polished walls and stuff like
that.
Yeah,
almost looked like it could have been a restaurant.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of the vibe too that Bright Eye gives. Maybe a little industrial because they got the big ceilings, the open thing.
Yeah. Lunchbox's stuff was all downstairs.
Yeah.
But Bright Eyes has got it right there. But it's kind. I guess it feels more like a if you go to those I don't want to compare it to something like Cracker Barrel, but it has that kind of a feel of it's a homey style restaurant. It's just very very rustic looking Southern style type of thing.
Yeah.
Where you would take your family. To eat.
Which is kind of what I like about all breweries in general. Most of them are family friendly.
Yeah.
To an extent. Listen, some of them especially 9, 10 o'clock at night, you're probably not going to bring your kids there. But 5, 6 in the afternoon, totally normal for people to bring their dogs, their kids. A lot of them have picnic tables outside.
Absolutely.
They'll have food trucks or some food on site. So, so I was excited to try this because we've had so many friends play cornhole or hang out there that I've never had any of their beer yet.
Yep.
And so go away, take it away, man.
Yeah, this is the first one we're doing their flagship, which they call the Regular Slice. It's a blonde ale. And their description is an ode to New York pizza culture and our most basic regular beer on our menu, cold and fresh. It's a 5.0 ABV. And yeah, so they gave. So typically we when we go to these places, we ask if they can them. Obviously, we want to see if they can them and if they sell them anywhere. We go to Beer and Co. Brian, right by Brian, and that's usually where we pick up our beer from the local breweries and everything. Or they can them at at the brewery themselves. So when I called and I asked, they said that they provided growlers for. They said we do can them. We provide growlers, a 32-ounce growler, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I'll go pick a couple up.
Right.
So I pick it up, and I was like, I texted Brian. I'm like, this is a canned growler. Like, it's not like we're thinking of a jug, like a glass jug.
When you think of growler, you think of, I mean, mine are 64, but the idea of like a jug with a handle, has a little screw top on it.
Yeah.
They're clear glass. That's typically what you get out of a growler. And you said they were canned, and I was like, what? I got like a what? Like, what are we talking about here?
So-
And then he shows me a picture of it, and I mean, this thing,
It's massive.
it's freaking
This is
huge.
not this is not trick photography, people. This
no,
is
I'm glad. I was gonna lift before I came here, but yeah, I don't know if Nick has weights like this. This is very. It's 32-ounce beer, so I mean, if you've ever had a 40, it's not far off. And actually, they're considering it's canned on the spot. It's a pretty cool label.
yeah, it's nice.
They obviously write what it is on the side of the thing because they don't have they're not selling the cans.
Right.
But it is cans. I'm not sure. We're not sure if we're gonna get the the crack sound.
Yes,
when
I
we
don't
do
know
it.
if we'll get the because they didn't pressurize it. They poured it in and they sealed it on with the top.
My track record doing this is not great. If you've watched our shows in the past, I've either spilled it on my crotch or it's just not gone well. Do you want to do this?
No. I want to see what happens.
All right. I'm not optimistic about this. I'm just saying I'm
don't-
optimistic about the
Like I
beer.
said, it's not fully carbonated, like pressurized. So
yeah, it shouldn't.
you shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't be crazy.
Okay. I'm gonna do my best, but if I don't get this right, you get the next one. Here we go. I just want to lift it a little bit. Here we go. Oh.
Okay,
Oh, look at that.
All
It
right.
actually did do it. Like a regular beer.
look at that, like a regular beer.
Okay. That was very
It's regular.
typical. Regular, I guess. All right. Now, this is usually the second part that I screw up, which is pouring it in. Do you
Yeah,
trust
yeah.
me to do
So
mine
now
first?
this is the yes. You go ahead and do yours.
Okay.
I'll.
It's to the brim. It's brimming.
I figured it would be. It's 32 ounces, so we were like, oh, that's great. 2 16-ounce.
Yeah,
It pours really nice
it
out of there.
does. I'm going to try to get this
Is
as
it a
good
wide? Is it a wide mouth?
It is wider than a regular can, yes.
Okay.
So that
Well,
maybe
I mean,
they-
everything is bigger on that can.
Yes. Smells good. I can actually smell this from here, too.
Really?
Yes. All right, I'm going to hand... Oh, all right, a little foamy. That's okay. It's okay. That's not bad. Listen, I'll take that over what I thought I was going to do. Here. No, I just got a little lick there. It's good. There's an aroma. Oh, George. Hey, George. How's it going, man? We haven't forgotten about you. We one of the nights we did the show, George came out with us, and I mean,
We got a little bit left.
I got wrecked. Oh, you got a little bit left in it? Perfect. All right, cheers, bud.
Cheers. This is really nice looking.
I don't know if we can reach over, but if you want to take a chance on the equipment, all right, there we go.
There we go.
Nothing spilled. Perfect.
Cheers.
George, when they first opened, they got so slammed they ran out of beer. Oh, really?
Oh wow,
Back in 2020, huh?
that's crazy.
Interesting. So during the COVID era, they got all right. Well, here we go. That's good.
That is very good.
That's like
That's a
super.
Very easy. This is like
I would get hammered.
this
off of
is this is like beer. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like when you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have a beer type of thing. Like this is perfect.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So like
it's not heavy. It's got
but it has flavor.
It has flavor.
Has a little body
It's got
to
the
it.
beer taste that is what you're looking for in a beer.
And the aftertaste is awesome
And
too.
it's really good. Yeah.
That's definitely as
Sli-
far as like ales.
I-
That's
This is definitely
there.
Yeah. This is definitely one of my favorites.
because I'm not. We always talk about this how like a lot of the like these breweries they go very IPA heavy, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Broad Eye does not do that. It's a pretty balanced menu, and it's a relatively small menu. This is like, because you said that when you spoke to them, the manager over there, they kind of steered you towards what beers to select.
Yeah,
right?
I basically because when we talk to these like even when Brian goes to Beer and Co and he talks to the guys there, like whenever we're basically we're asking if we get a chance to talk to the owners or managers, we're asking like if you were to promote your brewery, what would you give us? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to see like what would you give us?
What's your statement?
So I mean and he picked out 4 different ones, and this one he was like, obviously you should take this one. This is the flagship. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
No, I can see why.
And it makes sense. It's really good.
It's like super. Yeah, we're not going to do it justice, and you obviously have to taste it for yourself to know what we're saying.
But I definitely would recommend this one if you ever go there.
Especially if you're not an IPA person. Again, a lot of people have this like, or breweries have stigmas of being very hoppy in IPA, and
Yes.
a lot of them are, but they almost all have some lighter offerings. And as far as that goes,
and I've brought this up before that I was never an IPA person. I never when people started offering me IPAs and I was trying them for the first time, it was a lot it was bitter aftertaste. I wasn't really a big fan. But the more that I drink them from these local breweries, the more I'm enjoying them.
yeah, and we've talked about this too. They have perfected the IPA.
Yeah.
For like 2012, 2013 IPAs, let's be honest, it was ass. It was very, very bitter.
Yeah.
They were hard to get down, and you really had to be like, it was almost like, a regular 4.2 ounce beer just wasn't cutting it for you. So you needed something really, really good to get the job done. And so they basically just said, all right, let's just hop this thing up without really adding any flavor to it or any sugars to it or whatever. And so you were basically just getting like a regular beer with a ton of hops in it.
Yeah.
And it was harsh.
It was over the top.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't understand. Like people really liked it though, and I felt like I feel like I'm chewing on twigs.
Yeah. Like for me, only until recently, kind of like you, like as we started doing the show, I was pretty much 2 or 3 beers over the course of the seasons. Like during the winter, I definitely would switch to Guinness. That was mine. Some people do Killian's. I think Nick is a Snakes guy. And then in the summer, you'd go back to like your standard light beers, your Stellas, Kona, whatever it is.
You know, what did I used to before I discovered Brooklyn Brewery, because that's like my go-to now. And the only reason I actually go to them is because I attended a beer tasting at my cousin's golf club, and Brooklyn was the brewery that provided the beers. And I was like, it was my first time having it. This was a long time ago.
I would say in their infancy or closer.
Yeah, no, this was a long time ago. And I was like, this is really, really good. And then the first time I saw it available in, a microbrewery, I was like, I'm going with that. Like, I really liked it. So I've kind of like stuck with that. But before that, I was doing, what was it? I used to get it all the time. It's like a red ale.
I kind of remember this because you used to get it when I was in college.
It was like, I can't, it's going to kill me now that I can't remember. But I used to get it all the time.
Murphy's?
It wasn't Murphy's.
Was Murphy's Irish? No.
I've had the brown.
Oh, yeah.
I've had that one.
Not Newcastle.
But it wasn't, no, it wasn't Newcastle. No. It was, holy cow. I can't believe I can't remember this.
I know I've seen you drink this beer, too. I know what you're talking about. I just don't recall the name of it.
Did it begin with an A?
I mean, you're probably thinking egg is amber, right? But I don't think it's an A, not an Amstel or anything like that.
No.
That's
what I mean. It's funny, like, just thinking. I used to get it all the time, too.
Yeah.
Until I discovered Brooklyn, and I was like, now that's all I would drink.
Yeah. That's okay. Maybe it'll come to you.
And it's funny, though, because Brooklyns are hard to drink, like a lot of.
It's a slightly higher, I mean, I don't know what it is, but if I was to guess, mid-5s or something like that.
I think it's a 5.6.
Yeah.
Just the Brooklyn lager. That's, I think it's 5.6. Actually, I have it in the fridge. I have a couple in the fridge.
When I go get the other can, I'll
we'll take a look.
When I wheel the next one over, I'll go grab a Brooklyn too, just to see.
Yeah, no, but it's this.
Dude, if they could can this thing,
this is
delicious.
This is really good, and
I'm not kidding. This
is definitely,
and this isn't like recency bias either. I think this is legitimately, arguably one of the best beers we've had in the 11 shows that we've done.
I think so too. Absolutely, it tastes really good.
Like we had the same reaction when we took the sip, looked at each other, and it was like, you know what I mean? When Mike and I locked eyes, it was a thing of beauty. But seriously, we both had that first sip, and it was like,
it was
like the Jesus music hit.
Yes.
You know, it's great.
Like we had an epiphany.
Yeah, it really is delicious. Yeah, and Even if you're all right, if you've ever had a beer before,
And I think it's very, very smooth. It does have a good taste to it because it's not just a beery taste. It has like a
not.
sweetness to it.
It does.
Kind of.
It does. It goes down well, and then it doesn't like some beers go down well, and then like 5 seconds later, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This one, when it goes down, you're like, ooh, I could see myself having like 20 of these.
Yeah, definitely.
20.
It's was it you would always have Haviland at like this is what I would be getting if I was over there all the time.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Haviland, it's still my go-to. I think they renamed it too. What the hell do they call it now? Beachway?
Oh, did they rename it?
They did.
Because I was like, they don't have it there. I was like, that doesn't.
I think they call it the Beachway Pilsner now. It's
okay.
So I think they just wanted to, kind of go in line with the name. But, man, this is
very good.
This is really good. Again, it's like a volume 1, right? Like, so if you're gonna you sit down and watch like a football game, you're gonna sit there and watch the Giants lose all day on Sunday. This is what I'm going to watch them lose.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I can have 6 of these during the game.
Yep.
Not get too screwed up, but feel pretty good and enjoy it while I'm having it. It's a great beer.
Speaking of which, you think Jameis Winston's going to sing for us on Sunday?
On Sunday, man. I'll give him that, man.
I thought that was AI at first. I'm like, there's no way this really happened, did it?
Only because I had seen some of his other press conferences. I was like, it's possible. He's a bit of a nut job.
Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah, in a good way though. I'll say
fine.
This about
It's
him.
great.
He seems like a
It
great.
was very well. Like it wasn't like he didn't seem like a jerk. Like he just seemed like he was genuinely happy to be able to play.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm in the greatest city in the world. I'm playing for the New York Giants today. Life is beautiful. Everything was just like it was like he had just been born, and the world is this oyster.
Yeah.
And it's like, James, you've been in the league for like 6-7 years. Where the hell it's been? A lot of these guys that get to the mic and they're like, "Yep, gotta just do my job. Go out there, execute, blah blah blah." And he was just like on another level.
Yeah, like it was almost like he was accepting an award type of thing.
It was like an Oscar. Yes.
I'd like to thank the NFL for giving me the opportunity. It was really nice.
It was. I am. Listen, he's obviously.
I hope he does well.
Me too. And I know. Listen, he's obviously not our future. Jackson Dart is the Giants' future, but because he is such a positive, good person, you can't help but root for him.
Right.
Yeah. And I know his history. There's a chance he could throw 17 interceptions on Sunday, but he could also throw 4 touchdowns.
Right.
Like you just don't know which one you're gonna get.
That's almost like I just. It's like this positive attitude that when Tommy went to Minnesota, he saw a Giant game in Minnesota against the Vikings, and he's like everybody there was like they were just so nice because it's like you're trying to like the Giants are beating the crap out of the Vikings and you're trying to shove it in their face just for fun and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you guys got us. It was really good." I feel like that's the way.
Right.
Like he's gonna be like when Serrano went to Buddhism. He's gonna throw an interception. He's like, that was a really good interception, man.
Yep. And Tommy had clearly become so jaded by going to New York sporting events, where if it was the opposite, if it was a Vikings fan at like Giant Stadium back in like the early 2000s, and the Vikings were getting killed, and you were in a Vikings jersey, 5 rows up, some guy like, "Hey, you asshole!" Like just shouting the most horrible things at somebody. You were in for it if you were getting killed.
It's really funny how like I feel like that's really like a New York thing, and you don't realize how bad it is until you leave New York, and then people are like, "You're from New York, aren't you?"
Yeah. We give off a vibe.
Yeah.
100%.
Totally.
But it's true though. People in other parts of the country like are so much more hospitable, usually,
relaxed about things, and there's a funny story that I always talk about, like like in New York we're so fast paced. Everything is like, if it took 30 seconds, it's too long. Like it's like everything is we got to go. And my friend Andrew from high school told me this. He told me this story once where he called. He was calling his friend Jamel at home, and his family's from like the South somewhere. So they're all just very laid back and everything like that. But it was like he was like there was no urgency to get Jamel on the phone. So it's like, his dad picked up and he was like, "Hi, this is Andrew. Is Jamel there?" And his dad was just like, "Jamel? Yeah, he's here." He's like,
Okay.
Can I speak to him? Yeah, you want to speak to him? No, just
No, I call for no reason. Yeah, there's no
just
like.
very, very relaxed.
Yep.
And there's no, as I said, there's no urgency. You'll get there eventually. Don't worry about it.
Yep. And it's everything. It's grocery shopping.
New York is not the same way.
No, we are. I mean, listen. It is a bit overstated. Depending on where you are, when you're there, all the variables, you could run into some really just shitty, for lack of a better word, New Yorkers.
Yes.
You also can get some really, really good,
Yeah,
kind-hearted ones.
You know what?
It's a mixed bag.
You know what's funny though is that's why it's like when there are moments when there are New Yorkers that like stick together and do a really good thing. It's like one of the greatest stories ever. Like, did you see all these New Yorkers come together?
It was almost like, in spite of being New Yorkers,
Yes,
they did this lovely thing for somebody.
Exactly.
Where it's like they're just doing that on the regular, in Minnesota.
Yes.
Yeah. But in New York, it's such a rarity to see it.
When we went to Bermuda a couple of years ago, or was it a couple of years ago? Whatever it was. But everybody kind of like knows. Everybody like knows, and even if they don't know one, it's a small island, so like a lot of people know each other. But when you get on a car or a bus or whatever, it's like the roads are like they're very, very small, so you're constantly passing like very narrow hits, people walking next to the road and other cars, and everyone's constantly honking at one another.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not honking to say, "Get the hell out of my way." They're all honking to say hi to one another.
Yeah.
That's all they do. They honk and they say hi. All day.
Yeah.
We're like, that's a different honk over
no,
here.
we get the hold down,
It's a honk,
get the F out of the
honk
way.
for the finger. Like that's what we're doing.
Gers had a good one. I was going to mention this too because this is like such a cliche thing they do in movies. Hey, I'm walking here.
Did you know
every freaking movie they do something?
Did you
like
know that was ad-libbed?
What?
Because that's from that's what's his name? Dustin Hoffman. I can't remember the damn movie. No. I can't remember the name of the frickin' movie, but it's a scene. It's a famous scene because he's walking in New York and he's walking across the street and almost gets hit by a car.
Tootsie?
No, it's not Tootsie. It's from the 70s, I think. But like he almost gets hit by a car, and he slams his hand on the car and he's like, "Hey, I'm walking here." So it's a famous line, but that was a car that just inadvertently drove through the scene. And
Really?
And almost hit him.
Because now, how many other movies after that now have
That's
you
what I
heard
mean.
them?
It's a famous line.
Wow, I had no idea. I didn't know that was like the
At least
origin
that's what I
story of
read.
that
I don't
line.
know. That could be made
No,
up,
it
but
makes
I'm
sense.
pretty sure because like, every time it comes up with like one of those famous movie lines that were ad-libbed, that usually falls into that category. So
Yeah. I just thought it was funny because like when we were talking about just New York and just like
that's the way they are.
how shitty people are sometimes,
Yeah.
and then like Gers goes, "Hey, I'm walking," and I'm like, man, that is like literally injected in every single walking through New York City scene. Somebody's hurrying. You've seen it in a million movies. Somebody's hurrying to get somewhere. The cab almost hits them as they're running through the street, and then the guy's like, "Hey, I'm walking here," or,
Yo,
watch it, pal.
I'll tell you, man, the amount of things that I see on a daily basis, like just walking, and I just walk a couple blocks to my building, and it's like, I mean, it's mania sometimes, like it's really, really crazy. The amount of like things that people just kind of like, they'll just walk in the middle of the road type of thing. There was one time I came out when I was at Hudson Yards. I came out. It was I was working late when I was at Hudson Yards, and so it was like the middle of the night basically. And there was some dude who was like, he was a homeless guy, but he was like literally laying in the middle of the 4-lane highway, as cars were just kind of had to pass around him, and he's just kind of laying there, like yelling at everybody that drove by him. And
Yeah.
it's just,
Which is like probably
just
some
a weird
combination of like
vibe.
drugs, a mental health
Yeah,
problem for sure.
there's a lot going on
But you
with those
can't-
types of things.
I mean, Bridget and I were just in there to see Six the musical, which was really good, by the way, if you're into like
Oh, yeah.
musicals. It's our annual thing. It's not for anybody judging me. You can judge. I don't give a shit. I don't know. Some people
I
are
go see musicals, whatever.
I know, but some people are very much like they look at like guys and they say, well, you can't be into musicals. Like you can't be into like I think I'm a well-rounded person. I know you started them.
Get
I know.
outta here.
I know. But some people like you think, oh, you're a sports person, whatever. I have especially modern musicals, which have
Yes.
been they just basically
Like,
are
did you
like
go to see Book of Mormon?
no, that's the next one I think we're going to say. I heard it's great.
Dude.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like they've become. It's not these like old fuddy-duddy type of musicals
Well, even if you go
anymore.
to like traditional ones too, like have you seen Les Mis?
I haven't, but I've
Like,
heard.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing not only just because like, the music is iconic and everything like that, but it's amazing what these Broadway productions can do on a small stage. Like the amount of stuff that they could do to make you think that you're walking through a different country.
Yeah.
Like
The
all these
lighting, the effects.
It's so cool. Oh my God. When we went to go see Harry Potter. And
That's probably very cool.
they did this thing where in Harry Potter, I don't want to like totally give it away, but it involves time travel. So anytime they did a time jump or whatever, they would put this thing like, so the stage would kind of go dark, but there would be little like stardust type of thing, and maybe did they have a clock? They might have had a clock or whatever. And like, they would do the sound effect where it was like, and then when it like popped, the whole vision of the stage would wobble.
Oh wow.
And we're like, how the hell did they do that? It was like, it was as if all of a sudden you were watching like this, like the stage was underwater and there was a ripple effect. It was like, what the hell did they just do?
That's cool.
Is amazing. Like just the stuff that they come up with, just to be able to do it live on stage is crazy good
It's
stuff.
pretty similar to how Bridget described Wicked. I've never seen Wicked, but people swear
Yeah, Wicked is
by
a
how
good show.
that is live.
We went to go see. We just brought the girls to see it not too long ago. It was Nikki's like favorite show, so I went with her. She's gone. I think she's gone like 4 times now to see it.
Oh wow.
But she might have gone to see it. Indina Menzel in it too with oh man, I'm blanking on the other actress, and that's terrible because she's also a famous actress.
We're gonna have to go back and watch it. So far, you forgot the beer,
I know.
the actress, the Dustin Hoffman movie.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we have to go back and get all
I'm
like
really
the checklist of this is.
Doing really well here.
No, I'm not only poking fun at you because this is like I feel bad because it's on the tip of your tongue. All of them are. You just can't quite get it, and they're like not. They're somewhat obscure.
Yeah, so I mean, but it also has to do with like the actors and everything. So like we went to go see it, and they were really good, or whatever. But the first time that I saw Wicked, because now I've seen it twice, because I went with Nikki, because she was like, "You got to see it. It's my favorite show." So I went with her, and then we just took the girls. But the production that I went to go see it with my wife was much better than the one that I just saw it.
Yeah.
And it's not that this one was bad. It's just that, each actor has their own little thing that they add to it. And I just thought that the other ones did it a little better.
Yeah. No, it's fair. Sometimes you get the understudy, or sometimes a cast member leaves and a new person comes in, and they have a different interpretation of that role, or they have little nuances, and it does change.
Yeah.
The overall product.
Yep.
So
like my mom went to go see what's the actor's name who was who played Mozart in Amadeus, or he's in Parenthood and he plays the degenerate son.
Shit.
Yeah. I like
roll for 4 now. Shit.
Yep.
I can see the face though. I know who you're talking about.
Well, my mom went to go see A Few Good Men on Broadway, and he played Tom Cruise's part.
Oh.
So it's really cool. Like sometimes you get to see like really famous actors
Yeah.
on stage too for these things.
That's why, I mean, I always try to like time out. I guess when these things first come out on Broadway, they're very expensive. Like when they initially, like I wanted to go see Glengarry Glen Ross when that first hit because it had like Bill Burr, Bob Odenkirk, Kieran Culkin, like just A-listers.
Yeah, I saw.
And I was like, all right, what are the tickets going for? Like for the shitty, not that none of them are bad seats, but the worst seat was like $1,500.
That's nuts.
And I'm just like, yeah, this is like Taylor Swift territory. I'm not doing that.
That's nuts.
I'll wait or I'll take a pass.
You know what's funny is I saw a guy was doing like a TikTok thing, and he was responding to someone who was like, as a young person, was like, how did you all get tickets to concerts and everything before the internet? And he was like, he was kind of trolling her, but he's like, we would do this thing called going to the place and standing in line and getting a ticket. And if you want, and he's like, but back in the day, it's like, you wouldn't, it was first come, first serve, and it was, you got whatever they gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you weren't like asking for specific seats. So they were all priced the same. So it was like, it only mattered that you got there sooner. So it's like you camp out the night before and everything to make sure that you got a good seat. But you were all basically paying the same price for all these seats.
Right. There was no official secondary market like StubHub or whatever it was. There were brokers out there who bought these things up.
Yeah.
I have a story about that, by the way. But yeah, for the most part, if you went to MSG, Jones Beach, Yankees, whatever, you had to go to the box office.
Yep.
Wait in line, get the tickets, and whatever you got. Which it's crazy to think about that. Like
it
the
is
fact
crazy.
that, like, you travel to the venue to go wait online and go get the tickets.
Yeah.
Like I remember, Noah was bartending. He'll remember this. He was bartending at Lily Flanagan's, and this was back when we were watching wrestling all the time. Hey, Nick. But this like back during like the WWF like Attitude Era when it was like Stone Cold, The Rock.
Yeah,
it was like the peak of popularity with them. And Noah was even into it. He's like, I want to go see The Rock. 20-year-old man. He's like, he loved The Rock. So like he gets done. He's like, hey, listen, here's what we're gonna do because I really want to go see. I think it was SmackDown was gonna be live at the Coliseum.
Okay.
We're gonna stay here the whole night with me at the bar. We're gonna get hammered together. Or Noah was I think serving me. I got hammered, and then Bill. I remember our buddy Bill Etler.
Yeah.
Yep. We stayed until 4:00 in the morning. Drove to the Coliseum and waited in beach chairs on the line at the Coliseum for SmackDown tickets. And by the time we got to the top of the line or whatever, we still could only get nosebleeds. And that we got there at 4 a.m.
It's crazy.
And I think the box office opened at 10. So like think about that. Like we basically pulled an all-nighter just to go get SmackDown tickets, and that was like early 2000s.
Yeah.
I think that's around the time that it started to shift to online.
Yeah.
Like online existed. I'm sure Ticketmaster had a
Yeah,
.com,
absolutely.
but most people still at that time, we're talking like late 90s, early 2000s,
no,
were
it was
still going in person to
absolutely.
get them, which is crazy.
Because even if you went to even if you bought a Ticketmaster, you were still getting the mailed tickets and stuff like that. Like you were getting physical tickets.
Yep.
And
like literally on like a dot matrix printer.
And did you want to risk them getting lost? And or you would go to the box office and get them yourself, and now you have them.
Yep. Yeah. And there was something kind of cool about like having a physical ticket too.
Yeah, like Nikki's aunt. What's is funny? She has her ticket to Woodstock.
Oh, I sell that. God.
Well, I mean that's
I know.
But it's funny because how many people went to Woodstock that didn't have tickets because it just eventually the fences came down anyway.
Right.
So it's like my wife's aunt just happened to be one of the people who actually purchased a ticket.
Yeah. And managed to hold on to it
Yeah.
through the chaos that was Woodstock.
Yeah.
That is wild. Yeah. But, oh yeah, and so like I'll do a very quick story about ticket brokering. Growing up, are you almost done with that? Or, yeah, well, while you finish
I
that
don't know how
off.
much is in here. But
Yeah, finish the whole thing off. Who cares? Or is there like too much and you need me to do a little bit? Okay.
You can have them.
All right, whatever. When I was growing up, my neighbor from across the street, he was my best friend before Noah.
Huh? Okay, in a little bit, okay? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, all right, hold on.
All right.
We got timeout.
We have an animation here. Let's see. See, very nice iPad cover too.
Goodness gracious. This is really cute. Wow! Look at all this. Hold on a second. I don't know if we can.
Thank you,
Okay.
Dandy's World. Was that a moo? For being
Hold on a second,
real.
hold on a second.
Daddy, I made one too.
How do I go back to the beginning? I don't know.
What mood?
Let me show you.
Or is it just like, meow?
Look at this is crazy.
You guys made these? With what? Oh.
Is this the beginning? Is this?
Yeah, that's the beginning.
Okay.
The play button.
Yeah, hold on a second.
It's very quick.
Wait, I can't. It's not. Hold on a second. I'm trying to translate it onto the. Oh my gosh. I can't get it to the. Oh, there we go. Oh,
That's great.
You girls are cute. Nice job. They're very artistic.
Yeah, that was very clever.
Yeah.
I don't have that skill.
Do you like that, Gers?
Yeah, so
Yeah. So what's this? So this was
Very
you said it
quick
was
story.
a broker story. Is that what you said it was?
really quick, my best friend before Noah, growing up, guy who lived across the street from me, his dad ran the box office. I think he might be dead now, so it's totally fine. But so I can tell the story. It's not gonna happen to him. He's already been in jail.
He's already been in jail.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, this was so. They always had like a pretty good amount of money, and like they were always pretty good about getting us tickets to things. So an example of that would be like my mom and dad were big Michael Bolton fans, or my mom was anyway.
Okay.
So she would go to like the Jones Beach box office to go buy tickets for Michael Bolton or Celine Dion or one of these freaking 80s music stars. And they'd all of a sudden some big beefy dude would pull them off the line and go, come over here. And my neighbor, Joe, my best friend's father, would basically get them into like the first 2 or 3 rows of the place, and they would only pay like what they would be paying for the nosebleeds, basically.
Okay.
So sort of like I run this place, you're going to get these tickets. And we're like, oh, that's kind of cool to have that connection. And so for a lot of years, we were getting tickets, like premium seats. I went to a limo in a Yankees game. I sat right on the third baseline. Awesome stuff. Where this takes a turn is that apparently, and you can Google this if you're out there, Google Hootie and the Blowfish ticket scalping. And it was like probably in the is when Hootie was blowing up. Apparently, Joe was scalping what they called like the gold ring seats at Jones Beach Amphitheater, where he was taking them and then selling them to brokers and taking a cut. So now I know why Joe, my neighbor, had this gigantic satellite dish on his freaking roof. He had one of those ones that you'd see like at a bar in the 90s.
Yeah.
He had that on the back of his house. I'm like, how does Joe get all this money for this stuff? We had like Macy's 4th of July fireworks across the street from us. How is this happening? Because he was scalping the tickets.
Oh
so
my God.
the long story short is that Joe was the guy that was selling Hootie and the Blowfish and others, I'm sure too, but Hootie was the one that like basically caught wind of it and said, hey, something's going on with our tickets because like our fans are saying they can't purchase them, and it was because he was scalping them to brokers.
That's crazy.
Now listen, I get both sides because I was the beneficiary of many good seats. So I was like, poor Joe, this is bullshit. But then, as I got older, I'm like, yeah, that's going to land you in the slammer.
Yeah,
man,
that's not good.
You start selling Hootie tickets at an upcharge.
Oh, man.
Yeah, go ahead and Google it. The Hootie and the Jofus. His name is, I forget his last name, but
That's funny.
it was funny, and it also sucked because like their rise and their demise were so quick. It was like my years like 8 to 12 years old were awesome. It was like we got these cool fireworks. I'm going to games. I'm going to Yankee games and limos. And then 13 comes, he gets arrested, and they were gone. Like he goes to jail. I think they moved to Florida. It was like over fast. I felt bad. They were a good family to me. He was such a nice dude to me, but it's illegal, you know. You can't do that.
Did they had to leave the house type of thing? Or?
Well, I think when he went to jail, I think it became an affordability thing. You know, when apparently the scalping money's not coming in, you probably have to hit the bricks and go find someplace more affordable. So I think they went down to Florida. Yeah,
That's crazy.
It was really, really wild.
That's crazy.
They were great neighbors. Like that's the weird thing about like people are complicated because you'd hear that story, and if you didn't know the man, you'd be like, this guy's an asshole. And listen, what he did was illegal, so I can't defend it. But like as a neighbor, could not have been a nicer guy to me. Like I would still to this day, if he ever like. If he was alive, I think he's dead. But if he was alive, I would turn around and be like, "Hey, Joe, man, I would." Oh. Inactivity in our is that
is it probably that? It's probably because of the oh shoot wait
unable to verify. Yeah.
I didn't hit the puzzle piece. I think that it's probably because it's not detecting our camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
guys, all right. You know what? I'm gonna ask something. Like, if I did this, does that? It's there. Can you see this camera on the side here?
What, that thing? That's the thing that is like the fake camera?
This is why OBS is this is why I was kind of annoyed. It's just whatever. This whole thing on TikTok is kind of like a trial run anyway.
Well,
I'm
making it work.
I'm blending it into the
to the beer mug.
To the beer mug.
It's fine.
It's a camera, but it's not.
Yeah.
I wonder if that will work.
We're about to find out.
So the thing is that's what I was trying to say with OBS. Like one of the sources that you could use is the as the camera is the OBS virtual camera. Mm-hmm. So the virtual camera is kind of in place of the, like, instead of, like I said, you can't use, we have our cameras here and we're using them in OBS. I can't use it in TikTok Live Studio at the same exact time.
Okay.
Because the source is already being pulled into another program. So if I go to select this camera in TikTok Studio, it just comes up blank.
Okay.
So what you could do is you could set up as your camera OBS virtual camera, which takes one of the scenes from OBS and brings it into TikTok Studio. So because of that, it's registering that as a camera.
Got it.
So because we're live, it doesn't think that we're like there's anybody actually there.
Yeah, it's not detecting action.
It doesn't see that there's a camera active anywhere.
I get it. We're faking it until we can actually
that's
do
what
this
I'm saying.
correctly with
but
TikTok,
it won't allow me to do that because it says I have to be live 3 times.
Well, this is number 1, right? So
yes.
Okay. So 2 more to go.
So in a couple months, we'll be able to figure this out.
There you go.
And I think it would actually work. So that's the other thing. Like if I'm able to get it to work where I can just do it directly from OBS through Stream Elements Live, then we wouldn't have to worry about it because it's taking the camera sources and everything directly from here and sending it to TikTok. So all of that would, all that would go away.
This is literally a hack to get us.
Yeah.
To get us live for the first time, and it's working just fine. So the fact that we've got a good amount of activity, Gers is like doing God's work in the chat.
Yeah, Gers is there. I see Kivs is there somewhere in the background. Oh, he's gone.
Do you want me to grab another beer? Do you want me to do the glass rinse thing too?
Yeah,
or?
I guess, right? Yeah. Might as well.
Rinse them and do the whole thing? Okay. Did you finish?
I'm done, yeah. Okay. This was so good.
It's going to be hard to live up to this.
I know.
That one. Now, IPA or pumpkin? I feel like those are the next two we should go. One of those two.
Well, I guess we'll go IPA because we have 2 different IPAs.
Okay.
So we'll do IPA, pumpkin, IPA.
That sounds good. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Entertain the masses.
Yeah. Just doing my job, right, Gers? Well, I appreciate that. It's really nice, and I love all the likes that you guys are sending us over there too, and everything. And this is funny because I haven't used TikTok Live Studio in a long time. That's how I first started going live on TikTok, and like I said, because I started posting these clips of us on TikTok, and we got a couple thousand views. Not even just the last one, because this last one we're close to 35,000 views on this last one that I posted. But the first one that we posted got a couple thousand views, and just because of that, we were allowed to go live. That's the way TikTok is. They're very, very particular. Oh, is it my turn to do this? They're very, very particular in allowing users to go live, which I guess is kind of understandable because you just don't want everybody going live. But it is a little funky because I think they're a little over the top with their regulations and stuff. But not terrible.
Just regulations, I
Just
guess.
regulations.
That's not the line, but it's
All right.
paraphrasing.
So this is okay. So middle name Danger. This is a collaboration beer. It's a American IPA. It's brewed in collaboration with some friends from Colorado, Odell Brewing Company.
Must have good hands.
DDH. What's DDH?
That sounds like the Department of Something Health.
Yeah, seriously. DDH with Citra, Mosaic, and Columbus Cryo.
Cryo, isn't that okay?
Well, I'm assuming that's the cooling effect, I would think, right? That's like
I think cryogenic.
I'm thinking cryogenic, right? So I'm thinking like the way it's cooled.
Yeah, there's a lot of Austin Powers references here. Like my middle name is also Danger, and then there's cryo in there. That has to be an Austin Powers thing. I'm just guessing based on the name and the cryo thing.
Yeah. I think it's
Mosaic too. I feel like Mosaic's in a lot of stuff.
Let's hold on a second. So
we looked this up one time.
Well, no, Mosaic I know is one of the type of hops that's used because we've looked that up.
I don't know. I'm always intrigued by the.
Okay, double dry hopping is DDH.
Double dry. So this, from a taste standpoint, this might taste extra IPA-ish.
It might,
which is fine.
It might.
But the Citra might.
So this is a little heavier, 6.6.
All right.
Looks okay. So both IPAs that we got are 6.6. But yeah, nothing terribly high. It's not in the 7s or anything. So
no, that's for an IPA. That's middle of the road.
Yeah,
truthfully, and that's their highest alcohol beers too. Everything else is in the 4s and 5s. So, which I'm on board with because, like, again, if you like to have a beer and you don't want to be knocked on your ass by number 2,
yeah,
it's nice to have.
Yeah, no, it's nice not to go too heavy and everything.
Yeah,
this is light beer.
Okay, all right. Should do it. Oh, boy. Oh, I did it again. There we go. All right, so I guess when you can on the spot, you still get the effect of the actual, Yeah. Yeah, if you didn't watch the beginning, so, like, they canned these on the spot for Mike. They're growlers in terms of, I guess, how they reference them, but it's really just a large can. It's a 32-ounce can, but we thought they were going to lose because it's not really pressurized.
Oh, I smell it.
We didn't think it was going to make the noise when we opened the can, which that's sort of like a thing we do every time.
This looks nice, too. This is like golden. It's like a nice, thick, gold.
Has that IPA smell, though.
It does. It definitely does.
And it does look good, though. Yeah. Very, very nice, colorful beers here. This is good. Alrighty. And there's a little bit left over there. I don't want to. Okay. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
I won't reach across this time. Just drink it. All right, I was wrong. It's not too dry. I mean, it says double dry, but
no, it's not dry.
That's good.
What's funny is that it actually has. I feel like it has more of the IPA taste going down, but not the aftertaste of an IPA.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Yeah, but not like offensive IPA.
No,
like we talked about before.
Yeah,
this is like it has flavor.
Yeah, because I've had some of them. I've had where I'm like, I can't even take another sip. I'm like, oh god.
No. This is, again, I don't want to overstate it. From a preference standpoint, I would probably go with the ale that we started out with. However, I could definitely drink a few of these and be happy with my life. This is a good IPA.
These are those types of beers that, like, I wouldn't. I think we talked about this when you were doing the show years ago. How I said, like, I wanted to go to do it was like a contest between us of like how many beers we can all taste or whatever, and it was like you'd have to drink, like you'd have to have proof that you've drank, like at Croxley's, like if you drink every beer
on the thing
on the list, they give you a shirt or whatever it is. It was like, and I wanted to do something similar to that, and it's like a lot of these beers, like, like when it comes to like IPAs, I wouldn't try them unless I was doing something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have a thing behind my bar at home where it's like a chart of different beers from around the world, and every time you have one, you scratch off the little thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which is a cool idea. Bertie got it for me a couple of years ago. I haven't really made a huge dent, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, that's the only reason why I think I would go deep into somebody's menu, because for the most part, I have baked-in taste when it comes to beer.
Yeah.
Like, I usually won't go...
Yeah, there's like a specific type that I'm looking for, and, when I'm going to drink somewhere, and that's usually just what I stick with. But that's why I'm also glad, like, we're doing this, because I do like the idea of trying whatever. Like, I just want to try it, see how it is. And I wouldn't have tried a bunch of these without, being on the show.
Same.
But like, this is one of those things that, like, if you had this tapped at your house, I would be happy with this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't entertain the masses with a beer like this, because it's probably gonna, it would mess
Heavy.
a lot of people up very heavy. Yeah. So yeah, from like if I was having a big party, right, and I have a kegerator at home, so I usually go with like lower ABV beers, just because if you're having a whole bunch of people just drink, they're putting solo cups up to whatever, you don't want to have something too heavy. But if I had this in a can at home, and it was like, hey, I got a couple of cans of this, you want to have this? And you probably have like 2 or 3 of these during like a Giants game or something, and it'll be totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tasty. Again, as far as IPAs go, man, this is up there. I'm trying to think who else we've had that we really, really liked. We liked Lunchbox a lot.
We did like Lunchbox. Lunchbox had a couple of really nice ones.
And I think the big thing with them, too, if I recall, was they had a certain like proprietary brewing system there from like Germany or something like that.
Yeah.
It was some really intricate thing, and he gave us a whole story about it, which theirs were great. We really haven't had a bad experience. That's the thing. It's hard because like I wouldn't knock anything we've tried. And I'm trying not to have, like I said before, recency bias, but this is really good. Like, it doesn't offend me in any way at all.
Yeah. No, I'm enjoying. I enjoy like all the beers that we've tried here. Like even today, like we're gonna be doing a pumpkin ale. I would never really drink a pumpkin ale. Like I probably wouldn't.
Same.
But
I do it like once or twice a year.
I figured they would probably give us that just because it's the season type of thing, and might as well.
Let me ask you a question since we're on the pumpkin thing. Do you do like the pumpkin spice lattes and all that stuff?
No, I've had it before.
Yeah,
I do like pumpkin flavor things. Like I like pumpkin pie.
I like pumpkin bread. So all right, yeah, I'll have pumpkin stuff.
Yeah,
but I'm not one of those.
I don't
people
go
that
out of my way. Like I'm not like chomping at the bit waiting for the pumpkin spice latte to be available.
That's what I was going to get at, because I feel like that kind of stuff the last decade has jumped the shark, where it's like August 30th and you're starting to see commercials for Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or whatever offering their new pumpkin whatever, and it's like, dude, I'm still sweating my ass off outside. I don't want to hear about pumpkin anything until it's cold.
That's kind of like Christmas, though. It's like it just keeps getting pushed, earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier.
I mean, dude, December 25th, Christmas ends. From December 26th to 29th, you might get some like post-Christmas stuff, and then by January 1, Valentine's Day, right away.
I know.
Actually, I even say there's some Valentine's Day stuff in December too. Like people, they really start pumping up the next thing well in advance of whenever, before they used to. It used to be a couple weeks out, you'd get some stuff.
I guess it's just really, you know, a pumpkin spice frappuccino. I guess it's like, you know, obviously from a marketing standpoint, if you could take advantage of it, you take advantage of it or whatever. But it's like, I mean,
It's
like
too much, though,
it became a lot, and I think they've actually toned down, because remember, like, it was even Black Friday was getting like
Dude,
super out of hand.
Oh yeah.
And you know, because Nikki would every year traditionally go shopping for Black Friday with her best friend from when she was younger. So they would traditionally they would get up at like 4 a.m. and go to Black Friday stuff or whatever. But 4 a.m. wasn't cutting it anymore.
No, people were leaving Thanksgiving dinner and then going and sitting outside in tents and sleeping
We
blankets.
actually, our first TV that we got at our old house, it broke now, we had to replace it. But our first TV that we had gotten, no, it's not one day. No,
Black Friday.
The Black Friday deals have started already.
I would say there's early Black Friday,
Yeah.
which starts like November 1st or whatever the hell it is.
So I mean, it's crazy. But we went, we got our TV. We left Thanksgiving dinner at my aunt's house and went to Best Buy and picked up our TV.
Yeah.
You know, at a Black Friday deal.
And usually, like, listen, you got some really good Black Friday deals. You could get like a 50-inch. I'm thinking, they've gotten bigger now.
Yeah.
But a 50-inch television back then, which was probably like $1,000 or whatever it was, you get it for like $200 or $300.
Yes. No, the deals were crazy. But I think that I think that the popularity of Amazon and stuff like that, the online purchases and stuff, has helped dial back the rush to the stores at Black Friday.
Even things
which
like
is,
Prime
which
Day.
is nice, because it was actually like sometimes it was getting out of hand. Like you would hear about these like fights and everything that would go on, like people like going nuts.
Well, a couple things too. The price of technology in general has sort of leveled out. Like you can get a relatively decent cheap television now.
I couldn't
for
believe.
next to nothing.
Listen, the first time that I had bought my own TV was actually the day after I broke up with Samantha. This is.
Was this like I gotta buy something to feel better about myself? Purchase.
You know what it was is that because we were living together, but it was basically all of her stuff from her house.
Okay.
That was in the apartment. Because I was living here, or not. I was living at home with my parents, and then it was like, I didn't really have much of anything. She had a house, so she had furnished a whole house.
You got to get stuff now.
So I had stuff, and we just had like but she had regular like tube TVs and stuff like that. Larger screens, but nothing like crazy or something. But when I moved out, I came back home, and I didn't want to invade, because at the time when I had moved out, Tommy and I were still roommates. So when I came back, I didn't want to invade his space, because he had his own space at that point. So I moved into my sister's house, because she wasn't living there anymore. My sister's room. So I went to I walked into my sister's room, and there was like a 10-inch TV.
Oh my God!
Sitting there, and I was like, "Nope, this isn't happening."
This ain't cutting it.
So I went to Best Buy, and at their time, their brand was Insignia or whatever.
Still is, I think. Yeah.
It's no, it's not Insignia anymore. I think it's.
Oh, you're right. Shit, what is the new one? Oh, mother.
Is it begin with a B?
Christ.
I can't remember. It's not. It's Belkin, or it's not Belkin.
No, that's just the cables or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of those, like, it's a Best Buy specific brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but like I went there, and it was like a. It was a 26-inch, 27-inch high-def TV or whatever, and it was like $150. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! Of course I'm buying this, because I'm sitting there thinking, like, back in the day, like you sitting like going to get a TV, it was to get a high-def TV, it was like maybe $1,000 or something
Easily.
like that, And
Easily.
I'm like,
and usually with like not flat, but like a little projector in the back and the whole thing.
Exactly. This
Yeah.
was like a flat. It wasn't perfectly flat, but it was a flatter screen TV, high def, 27-inch, 26-inch, whatever it was, and $150. I was like, sold. Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Like, that's amazing. Like, it was. Is it the greatest quality ever? No, but I mean, it's high def TV, and
It wasn't
it
10 inches either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it was like I was like absolutely. And nowadays it's just funny. You get these I got the whatever the hell size. This is a 55 or a 60 inch or whatever the heck it is.
Which is considered like, I would say medium,
Right,
moderate.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very moderate in
It's
size
like
now.
it's like a regular size screen TV or whatever. And that was just a couple $100 or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Most people like,
and it's this is a Samsung.
yeah. Oh yeah, like you can get brand televisions
Yeah.
now for a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
Samsung, Toshiba, LG, all those ones.
Yep.
Especially if you're not looking for huge. If you're looking for like 85 inches, if you're looking for like 8K and advanced.
Which is
the
funny because
I don't even know half of these acronyms.
like a
mean,
lot
by
of
the way.
a lot of that stuff too is like I didn't even realize it until there was a streamer who was explaining it to me because he was broadcasting in 4K, but he was talking about what that means, basically. And he's like, you get an 8K TV, but like nothing really broadcasts in 8K right now.
That's
so it's
something
like, what,
that my cousin told me.
like
people are
there's
all
no
about
reason to get it.
100%. So like, yeah, there are very few programs available in 8K. Like I think if you were to watch football, for example, right? I do think most football now is broadcast in 4K.
In 4K.
In 4K, and maybe the Super Bowl is 8K, maybe, and it's usually on a separate channel from like the regular channels.
Yeah.
Like if you want to watch this in 8K, click here, and it'll redirect you to the 8K stream or whatever it is.
I also remember they had like one channel that was like the it was basically like just underwater sea things or whatever, just to show that they could broadcast in high def.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that's all it was like. It was the most crystal clear out of all the
like
other channels.
ocean creatures
Yes.
or something like that.
But it was
yeah.
just to show you what they could do if everybody else was broadcasting in this
Right.
high def.
Meanwhile, like the amount of bandwidth that would take up to do that is insane. Like that's the other thing. First of all, I don't think most people, especially from a distance, I would say 4K you probably can, but like 1080p
Yes.
usually cuts it.
No, that's
for
fine.
It's most.
What's actually thinking about it too is when I moved in with Nikki to her apartment, she didn't have a widescreen high def television. She had a box TV. It's so funny because it's like nowadays like you can't even get those.
No.
Like that's like everything
Remember
comes
how-
standard.
Remember how heavy
widescreen.
those were?
Yeah,
too?
everything is just standard widescreen. High def. So this was just back in actually just thinking about it, we're celebrating our 16th year of being together today.
I saw. Congratulations.
Yeah, so this was just 16 years ago. We were still using boxed TVs and stuff. And she never watched anything in high def. Now, for me, like I used to wear glasses. So, that feeling of like not being able to see without your glasses, it's a terrible feeling. Like
awful.
it's such a terrible feeling. So, it's the similar like if people don't understand what it like if you've never had to wear glasses, the only thing I could say is watch something in regular definition or standard definition and then watch that same thing in high definition and see the difference. And that's the change of some people with their glasses. So to me, everything I was like, after getting a high def television, I'm like, I have to watch everything in high def because it's just, if I watch something in standard definition, I feel like I'm not wearing my glasses. Like that's the feeling, and I hated it.
It's very similar. And Bridget will disagree with me on this. People who get a car now, and if you have a backup camera in your car, which is it's now a standard in most
It's
people's
like
cars.
standard, yeah.
But people who have a backup camera, and then let's just say they go to somebody else's car and they have an older car, and that car doesn't have a backup camera, or it's like a tiny ass screen, and you're like, man, I'm going to back this car up right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill somebody. But like now these big backup cameras, they make it so convenient. But like that's just to kind of like make a correlation. It is a significant difference that once you go to that technology and you see what's possible, it's very, very difficult to go back to the other thing.
Well, and that's what I was saying to Nikki. Like, I told her, I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring my TV to the apartment. She's like, wow, we got a TV. I'm like, yeah, but
Not
like,
really.
You got to see the difference. So when I first put it on, she was like, I turned right to a high def channel. And she's like, I don't see a difference. But back then, you were able to switch because they would broadcast like in both
Channel 2 and 502.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So I switched to standard definition, and she was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, like you didn't know. If you didn't know, you didn't know.
Right. But yeah, if you did a side-by-side or just a flip back and forth, you're like, oh, yeah, that is pretty significant.
And I think, like, it was mostly prevalent in live sporting events.
Oh, yeah, like grass on a field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, the big thing where you were like, holy cow, I can actually see blades of grass. Like, that's crazy.
Or like hockey where you're like, I can track the puck now.
Yes.
And it was like,
yeah.
Before it was like, I see a guy skating.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see where they're skating to.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, live sports is definitely.
That's why Fox did that highlight thing.
Remember the glowing puck? What a mess that was.
It was so stupid.
It was horrible.
And then if they shot, like if they reached a certain mile per hour, it would do like a
yes, it had a stream on it. Like a tail.
like
it was
a
so
comet.
goofy.
It's the stupidest thing.
It was
ever.
awful. Like I got why they did, especially like when the puck would go like in the corner.
If it was behind the boards and they would highlight it, I'm like, that's pretty cool. You could see what's going on.
Yeah.
But
even now with hockey and all sports, they've added so many different camera angles.
Yeah.
Like football's got the whole sky cam thing.
Yep.
I think hockey usually even has like some sort of drone or something where you can cut to the corners of the ice.
I think they probably they have there's cameras everywhere. But I also think they have one, like most of them have one on the scoreboard that's up in the middle so that it can just kind of swivel around.
Yeah.
And like look.
The behind the goalie one that kind of can just.
There's the behind the goalie ones.
Yep.
There's like they're all over the place.
And they're all like super clear, high definition cameras. It's not like you're cutting to some camera that's like, oh yeah, this is like, it's there to like get an angle that they can't get, but it's ass. It's a good camera.
Oh yeah.
You can see everything.
Everything. Yeah, you don't miss much, which is actually kind of funny, and something I think I had on the list. One of our lists was like, I hate sporting events that like the program directors get like super creative with their angles, and you're like, can I just watch the damn game?
Yeah, it is getting a little too choreographed.
Like
now
it's
with the
so
stuff.
freaking annoying. Like baseball games. Like, just stay behind the pitcher so I can see the strike. Like, I can see the pitch. I don't need to, like, if you want to change to an angle just to, like, show something. But when it's being pitched, go back to behind the pitcher, please.
Yes. The thing that I've mentally become accustomed to for the last 30, 40, whatever the hell it's been. Not the, I appreciate, like, the ump cam, for example. It's a cool thing to look at after the fact. But not during the play.
Right.
Because I want to see where the pitch cross. I want to see the
There's so many things that get missed when that happens.
Yes.
And then you miss the play, and you're like, well, what the hell? Like, why are we looking at this? Like, there's a regular camera angle. Just go back to that for right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
You don't have to get creative.
Oh, man. And then it got even, well, I'll give another one that kind of got to me after a while.
A replay. Show it on a replay. That's cool.
Absolutely. Or if, pitcher's warming up or something like that, and we have some dead downtime or dead time, go ahead and do that kind of stuff. Get cute there. But during the play, for baseball, for example, it should be behind the mound, wide of the field, maybe the side angle of the pitcher once in a while so you can see the first base side or the third base dugout.
Yeah.
Like, it's really four camera shots.
But it's like once that pitch is delivered, behind the mound so you can see what's going on.
Yep.
That's
Completely agree. Yeah, I don't need to see any fancy shit, but they do. These guys
do it all the time.
It's like trying to reinvent the wheel, and it's like, nope, we are our viewing habits are baked in, buddy. Let's not try to do this
because there's no reason for it. It doesn't give you an advantage at home. Like, it doesn't give you any kind of an angle where you're like, oh, I feel like I'm right there. Like, I don't like. No, I'm at
No.
home watching the game.
No, and honestly, there's been enough of that out there where I feel like it's probably been tested with an audience, right? Where they said,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to do this camera angle and you guys are going to watch it and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine anybody was like, oh, I like that.
Because even
For a
funny,
full
like when
game.
you go to a game or whatever, you're not, you're getting from whatever angle that you're sitting at, but you're fine with that because you're at the game and you're watching it or whatever. But when you're at home, it's like there's no like I don't need to feel like I'm sitting in the left field bleachers to watch a pitch.
Right.
Like I don't need to feel like that.
No.
There's no reason for that.
Nope. No, as a matter of fact, I'm staying home to not feel like that. I'm
Right.
staying home to get the best possible vantage point of every single thing ever. Yeah. I know.
It's just so weird that they do that sometimes. You're like I just wonder like what is the program director going like in his mind? He's like, oh man, I'm gonna get the money shot here. This is gonna get me a job in the blah, blah,
Honestly,
blah.
I do think those guys like want to get an Emmy or something like that. That's what they're going for. It's like I used some new thing, some new angle, got this thing, and it got me an Emmy. It's like, dude, no. But you ruined my game.
You missed the play.
Right.
Like you just completely missed the
Right.
play.
I think they're also hyper focused on like human reactions instead of just like the game. Like I've seen that you see it with football all the time now. This definitely became like a COVID era thing when there's no fans in the stands where a guy will score a touchdown and then the guy is like now running onto the field with that blurred camera angle that you see now. That started during COVID because they didn't want to show that there was nobody in the stands.
Yeah.
So you're showing the guy up close with the little Madden graphic and the whole thing.
Yep.
And it's a little annoying.
I would love for that guy to get tackled.
Me too.
That would be fantastic.
Yes. Just or yeah. inadvertently be hit with something during the celebration because he's on the field.
I know.
Those guys literally run onto the field
I know.
with the camera.
That's so weird because it's like you're like the only personnel on the field should be the officials and the players.
And that's it. Dude, speaking of that, did you see that thing? I think it was a couple of weeks ago on Sunday Night Football where that Skycam apparently interfered with a field goal.
Yes, I was trying. I kept on because did it happen? Was it in England that it happened or something?
Maybe
like
it was
that?
England. Maybe that was the one. You're right.
It was like the Lions or something like that. The kicker was like perfect for like ever, and then this was the one he missed, and then the NFL was like, no, he didn't hit it. He didn't hit anything.
And it was clear as day he hit it because it like went.
Yeah,
it made it right.
The only thing you were missing from that whole thing was the
right. The wire just like shaking back and forth. Oh my god!
That's
and I see the
terrible.
NFL PR man was terrible with that. But yeah, like why is there so much stuff?
Yeah.
It doesn't make the game or my viewing experience any better.
Nope.
If anything, I think it's actually distracting. It pisses me off when I'm watching the kicker and I see the little camera fly up like
it's like running away,
like it's a UFO.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Get that thing out of the way. That thing used to be super high in the air. Like, I think that thing originally was intended to replace blimps.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so it's like,
They don't even have.
they're trying to.
People know what blimps are.
It's like they're trying to like implement like video game angles into these.
People thought. And listen, Madden is
Dude, someone's gonna be flying a drone in there one time.
Absolutely.
You know that's gonna be coming
well,
next.
truthfully, the Skycam thing is basically a drone on wires. That's
Right.
kind of what it is. It is remote controlled. It's just attached to something. It's tethered to something. But they're gonna switch to drones at some
that's
point.
what I'm saying. They're gonna be like going through the pile or something like that, and it's just like in between somebody's legs
on the center's ass as they hike the ball.
They're gonna put a camera in the football.
Yeah, that would be. They are gonna put technology in the ball though at some point for spotting.
Oh yeah,
you know
the freaking dude, the virtual line measurement
God.
thing is so.
It's the worst.
It's so hokey.
It's like the only one that really has it down is tennis, but the football one is really bad.
It's so terrible. It looks like kids drew it with crayons.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
this is where the ball is, and this is where the line is. You're short.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, honestly,
all right.
it's very reminiscent of like Nickelodeon when they do the thing. I think Nick would be better actually. If I'm
It's
being
so
honest.
bad. It looks terrible.
It's not good.
Like I figured it was gonna be like it was gonna be the live shot of the ball with like a digital overlay.
Right.
You know, something like that. Like they're gonna have the ball, the picture, the actual shot of the ball, and then they'll draw like an imaginary dotted line or something like that to say like, no, everything was some cartoon.
It's basically
Like-
a GIF. That's what it is. It's a fucking GIF.
It's a video game.
Yeah.
It's like you're waiting to see if you know, and it's like you
And
know,
it takes forever.
they bring it because someone's got to draw it.
Right. Sadly, the 75-year-old geriatric with the chain was a faster, more efficient
Yeah.
process than a technology-driven.
It's so bizarre.
It's bad,
It's
man.
really bizarre.
I'd say the only thing second to that, and it's a distant second, but it's second, are baseball replays. Those still take a while too.
Yeah, so a lot of these that's one of those things too. It's like you feel like I know they do technically have time limits on it, but I feel like the time limits need to be shorter because if you look at a replay and if you need to look at something like 10 times, then it's not close enough.
No.
Like you know, I mean,
Call on the field
it's
then.
too close to do any kind of overturn.
Agreed.
You know, it's just like one of those things because most of the time it's like cut and dry. Like, oh no, you know, oh he was down or he fumbled the ball or whatever it was. You know, unless you're the Giants against the Eagles, that was the most ridiculous thing ever.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I don't like. There's not one except for Eagles fans. There's not one other person on the planet that was like that was not a fumble.
Yeah. That was a very poorly officiated game in
That
general,
was,
and
that
that
whole
was
thing was terrible.
I know.
That was the most egregious I've seen in a long time. That was almost as egregious as the pass interference thing and with the
the
Saints.
Rams and Saints back end. Yeah. That's probably the second, or that's the worst one by
Like
far.
the,
especially
obviously,
considering
like
the
I feel like this.
circumstances.
This is what I'm saying. The Saints was like that. You're talking about the playoffs. So
When
I
it went
mean,
to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So like that was a lot more at stake. So that was definitely a bigger thing. But I mean, it was that like the call was that blatantly bad,
Oh yeah.
and it didn't even make sense because like no, the play was blown dead. We're like no, it wasn't.
No.
The play wasn't blown dead. You did not blow the whistle until after it was recovered by the Giants.
Right. And
Then you blew the whistle.
also, it literally like because of the nature of the tush push, you really can't blow those plays dead.
Well, that's the thing. They don't blow them dead. But
Right.
for some reason, they think that they should have blown it dead sooner.
I mean, I think there are
It's
some
just-
very specific situations where like you're pushing the quarterback, and then all of a sudden you see like he's on top of a pile, and you see his momentum start to go back. Then if you blow the
Right.
play dead, fine. But that's not how they run their tush push. They're like in the middle of like a scrum, basically.
Yeah, and it's like,
and there's no way of properly calling.
and the thing
that.
was, it was so quick too. Like it wasn't even like it was lasting 5 seconds or whatever. You know, Hertz was like going forward and then just extended.
Yeah.
Like it was immediate
Mm-hmm.
and lost the ball right away.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, you know, it wasn't even like there was, you know, they're talking about forward progress and everything like that. But usually, like forward progress, they don't blow the whistle for a couple of seconds,
No.
like at least 3.
Definitely. Yeah. That's probably about right.
You know, it's
Um,
usually like, you know, you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, like this play's still going, and then they blow the whistle. This, like, it wasn't even close to that.
No, he was literally still stretching his body out.
Yeah,
And going forward.
he was still moving forward.
Mhm.
So it was. It
I
was
think
just,
if
it was
there's
just very
one
very strange.
thing I'm going to take away from it is I do think that'll be the play that probably gets the tush push ban in the offseason. Because they can't officiate it. There's too many
Yeah.
people jumping
And
off.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize, like, because you know, people kept talking about banning it, and I'm like, I don't understand. I never really understood why. But then seeing the analytics of it, especially after what just happened with the Giants and the Eagles, but seeing the analytics of it where the linemen are actually lined up in the neutral zone, but the refs can't see it.
Yep.
And then the amount of false starts that occur, but the refs can't
almost
see it.
every single time.
You know,
just
it's
too-
like, you know, and it might be minute type of thing, but it's happening.
Yeah.
and like that gives you a clear advantage. Like I don't like in a play like that, every split second counts.
Mm-hmm.
So it is kind of like I hate the idea of just saying like I'll ban that play. Most of the time I was just kind of like, well, learn how to defend it. But when you look at like all these little things that give the Eagles such an advantage, like there's not a lot anybody could do to prevent that pile moving forward a little bit.
No, the only thing I think what they're probably going to do, if I was to take a wild guess, would be to say that you can't push players from behind until a certain period of the play, right? So like there would be no tush push. You can still quarterback sneak, but they're probably not going to allow somebody to come up from behind and push the pile. The quarterback themselves, if you're doing a quarterback sneak, has to like get there on their own, basically.
I think the other they would most likely have to be. I feel like because of the way they line up too, they probably would have to regulate that more. Like you can't obstruct the view of the ball from the line judge.
Yeah, it is. It's true
Like
because
that
they
kind of
are
a thing.
kind of like. I'm not going to describe it properly, but yeah, like the way they're lined up, they're very forward. You really can't see the ball. You have to be able to give the line judge a chance to see the snap.
Yeah.
Go back. Yeah. Whatever the obstruction is.
So I
that's
feel like
causing it.
there's going to be some kind of regulation that's put in place to prevent that play from going forward.
Yeah, I hope so. And not just because I'm a Giant fan.
Yeah, like I said, but because before I was kind of just like I don't really get like why people are trying to ban it. Just try to learn to defend it. But now seeing all the stuff that's wrong with it, I'm like,
If
okay.
you can't officiate the play, it shouldn't. You have to do something.
Well, that's, they banned, like, if you think about back in the day when the NFL started, like, if you ever see, was the movie where it's talking about the birth of the NFL with George Clooney, Leatherheads?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's funny.
With John
Krasinski, yeah.
Yeah.
And, but they talk about, like, when the NFL officially started, because they were playing professional football. Good night, ladies.
Good night, girls.
Love you. But when they talked about professional football and the NFL starting officially, they started implementing rules. Before that, they were allowed to hide the ball into their shirt.
Mm-hmm.
They were allowed to do like all these like sneak trick plays and everything like that. And the NFL banned all that to keep it level and fair. So it's the same type of thing. Like they're going to find some kind of issue that they would have to pinpoint on this play to say you are tricking the refs and therefore you cannot do this play.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only way to really ban it. Because you can't just be like, we just, hear ye, we banned the tush push.
Right.
Like it's
it literally can't be because you're just too good at it.
Yeah.
It has to be you're too good at it and there's no possible way.
I said
for
it
us
has
to.
There's a deception to the refs that occurs when you do this play.
Yeah.
And that's
it's like sleight of hand with the ball and the movement
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Yeah, that's a fair way of describing it. So I hope it's gone. And sorry, we went off on a whole football tangent. Somehow we went from Black Friday.
we just sports and then
TVs,
sports,
high def. We were very close to a big Black Friday thing.
Wow, yeah.
Well, you started with the Black Friday TV purchase, and we never got the name. That's like the fifth thing we can't figure out now. What the hell's the name of the new Best Buy brand? Son of a bitch.
I don't know.
I'm so tempted. Are you sure it's not Insignia still?
Maybe it's Insignia. Oh, maybe I'm thinking. What was the old? Maybe it was the old one that I'm thinking of.
Westinghouse or something
No,
like that.
I actually have it upstairs because that TV of mine we still use it. It's in my bedroom.
Yeah, you're right. There was something pre-Insignia. I just don't remember what the hell it was. Black Friday is no longer one day at Walmart. No, it is not one day. And Mike and I happen to live in an area where there was like several incidents on Black Fridays where people were like trampled to death or near trampled to death. Usually at what was the Valley Stream Mall?
Oh, Dynex.
Dynex, that's the one.
It's Insignia now.
Yeah.
Dynex was the older one.
Dynex did have cables and stuff too.
Yeah,
that's probably why you're
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of Belkin.
Yes. Yep.
That sounds techie. Yeah, I could see it.
But that's, I mean, now that we do all this this technical stuff, I find myself sifting through all those things, looking for quality on the quality but affordable.
Which
type
is
of
honestly
things.
where Amazon comes into play.
Yeah.
Well,
Even Best Buy, like a lot of the stuff, because I still purchase stuff at Best Buy because I get like $5 in certificates all the time and stuff. So I was looking at the camera because I was like,
in case you had to get a webcam.
yeah.
Prior to us going live today, Mike texted me. It was
I was
last
having
night.
yeah.
Like, webcam's not working.
Webcam just wasn't working.
And I'm like, all right. I mean, I luckily, because of the cornhole stuff that Mike and I do, I have an extra webcam. So I'm like, I could bring over an extra one just in case. But, these but webcams
Welcome back.
are not super
No, they're not. They're
expensive.
not. They're not super expensive. But what was funny is that I looked at mine because I think mine is the same. It's the same. One is like the same. What am I trying to say? Not brand. It is the same brand, but
they're both Logitech.
It's the same model, but the newer version of yours.
Yes.
So I went to go repurchase mine, but like mine I got for like I think it was like $60 or something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it was on a super sale because I went to go. I was like, let me repurchase it, and it was like $180. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. And that's like,
not that $180 is gonna break the bank or anything, but
but you can get a similar quality.
yes, that's the thing. It's like you're looking at these things. I'm going like, we're not trying, like, we're not getting an Emmy for this.
No. No, and then the backup one that I brought with me at home is like some knockoff brand. I think it's called a Meat or something like that. And it's whatever. But it's the ones I use for cornhole, and they do a fine job.
They look good,
and I think they're $50.
Yeah.
So I was like, all
That's
right.
what I was saying. That's what I was kind of looking for. I was like, $50, $60.
Yep.
I'll just get another one.
Yeah.
But thankfully, this one's just started working. I don't know. There was no reason for it to not work. So,
man, this is the thing when you start getting into like some of these driver updates with computers,
yes.
and then you're literally trying to like work out. So is it the computer? Is it the wire? Is it the adapter? Is it the?
Yeah.
It could be like 4 or 5 different things
Yep.
that it could be.
I went to my graphics drive and made sure that was up to date. Then I went. Then I was making sure that the computer was actually registering it, and then I went into the drive for the webcam itself just to see if there was any updates with that, and then all of a sudden it just started working again. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's the old reboot. I mean, even that I think you did like 3 times or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, who the hell knows?
I don't know.
Are you ready yet, or do we?
Yes.
I actually hang on.
Is there
might
anything
be
left?
a tiny bit. Let me just see. Yeah, there's a little bit left on this one.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, because I was up to the brim on this.
Well, I mean, you sure you don't want? Yeah. Just take a drop of it. And then the next one we're gonna do is the pumpkin one, right?
Look at the size of this thing.
I mean, they really are. I guess we did drink 40s back in the day. I don't remember them being this big.
40s are big,
But
no,
this
40s.
feels
40s are a big. 40s are a bottle, and then have the next. So like the 40s are pretty. This is
It's wide.
it's a big can. Yeah,
It's very wide.
it's a very big
like-
can.
I did. I guess maybe I'll share it on social media later on. But I did like Mike and I were saying how
we
it's
were
like
just going
it's
back
like a
and
big
forth.
can, and if you put like a little can next to it, you really get the idea, like the scale of it or whatever. And I made a joke that it was like kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in Twins. So before the show, I took Mike had a Sprite can in his fridge, and I just kind of tipped it up on its side like that movie poster of Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I'll post it up later on. But it really is, scale-wise, it literally is like double the girth, no pun intended, and like double the size. It's enormous.
Speaking of 40s, so you know it's like
Boy.
my when I turned 21, we went. It was me, Lenny Poppy, and the Rossi brothers. We went to go see Blue Oyster Cult out in Suffolk County somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. I think it might have been in like Farmingdale or something like that. But it was an outdoor venue, and
BYOB.
yeah, and we were like, we'll pick up a couple 40s and we'll go we'll drink some in the parking lot before we go see the show. And like, you're talking to guys who like don't now. The like Lenny Poppy and the Rossis are a few years older than us. Not not crazy older, but a few. Maybe like 5 or 6 years older than us.
Yeah.
But they like, I guess, weren't big tailgaters themselves. I was never one because obviously I was just turning 21. So we got a couple of 40s. We're in the parking lot of this place. We're drinking our 40s. A cop rolls up, writes us all a ticket.
Really?
Yep.
At a concert?
Yep.
No way.
I was like, I just turned 21, and I got a ticket for drinking
You
in
couldn't have been
public.
hold on. You couldn't have been the only ones drinking at this
Oh
thing.
yeah. Like, cause it wasn't like it was, it was
Because I know that those open fields that host those concerts
it
in
wasn't
Massapequa
it wasn't
and
like a
Farmingdale.
crazy it wasn't like crazy packed everybody's tailgating type of thing, whatever. We were just, we were in the parking lot and just,
Was this an open container he got you on?
we had the bottles.
Oh, you didn't brown? Did he? All right, that's a rookie move. You brown bag it. You could have.
I don't even remember. We might have even had them in the brown bags. I don't remember. But it was like we were, like he could have just been like put them in the bag, and
Yeah.
no, he wrote us all tickets.
What an asshole. And I listen. I'm not trying to be not like
listen, but me too. Like I didn't even realize because I was like, this is what you do at a tailgating. You drink beer.
yes. And you listen now. I honestly think nowadays, if that happened, most cops, especially for something like that, a concert, like it's one thing if you were like out in a residential neighborhood walking around with a 40
Yeah.
on the street. It's like, buddy, I got to write you up for that.
Yeah.
You are at a concert, which notoriously, if you've ever been to a concert anywhere, Long Island, no matter where you are, weed and beer.
Well, weed is
All
now
over the
just
place.
everywhere.
Yes. So the fact that they're going to write you for that, it's like that dude had to make a quota or whatever
Yeah.
that month. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it was pretty crappy.
That sucks.
It was funny though, just because it was like, I guess like I think I turned 21 like 4 days earlier, something ridiculous.
So ridiculous. My first time ever with a 40, I think was with Noah. We were with Dom Moriali. It's a name that'll get you right there. Hey Dom, if you're out there, Dom was a driver, man. We were Dom served two purposes. One, he was our hookup at the quote unquote the ghetto barn. There was all right. So, what are those? What do they call it? It's not ghetto barn, but what is like where you go to buy like bread and milk and
the
dairy barn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was a building adjacent to Kellenberg High School, not too far from there, just slightly off campus, about a mile away. We referred to as the Ghetto Barn. The Ghetto Barn would sell 40-ounce beers to minors.
Whoever showed up.
Right, yeah, minors, because I was So it was like me, Noah, Dom, Tom, Merck, hey, buddy. And we would just roll up there, and we'd get our 40s, and we would drink them behind the football field at Kellenberg. That was my first experience, purchasing alcohol, maybe not of age, and also, we'd drink our 40s somewhere in some field or whatever the hell it was, and it was horrible.
I went to it was horrible. 40s aren't really good. They're not my thing.
No.
I think I had a Colt 45 or something like that.
Yep, that's what we got too. 40's a Colt 45. Billy D. Williams was doing those commercials.
It wasn't.
Back in the day.
There wasn't.
Well, by the time you got to the end of the 40, it was warm.
That's the other thing too. It's flat and it's just not appetizing whatsoever. And I don't like, especially back in the day, I wasn't real I didn't like the taste of beer that much. So you were just drinking just to drink and get drunk. Like that's all you were drinking for.
Correct. It was for the high or whatever you want to call it, getting drunk.
So I mean, I wasn't really, 40s.
It's horrible.
Or not a great thing.
But it was easy to get because it was a big thing. You could pretty much get drunk or at least buzz off of a 40.
I did
cheap as hell too.
I didn't do this all the time either, but I do remember one time going to a like a beer party that was like next to a bridge on like Southern State or something like that.
Yeah.
it was, you know,
I know.
like
I
they have
think I know the
those,
bird
like,
you're talking
they have
about.
like those wooded areas that are like behind a fence, and if you just crawl back there, and it was like a bunch of fucking kids like just drinking and stuff.
Yep.
That was just in a secluded area.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those are the places you had to go
Yeah.
to get drunk back then.
You know what's funny? It's like it was sketchy, but it was like you didn't feel like you were
You feel like you're in danger. or
in
anything like that.
danger.
No.
Because it was just a bunch of kids just drinking, you know.
But you knew you were doing something wrong, and you're doing it in a sort of like, you know, dark kind of
Yeah.
wooded.
It was not legit.
Nah, I'll also say I got super lucky with that stuff. Back in high school, I was friends with this kid. Do you remember Rich Brasilia?
That name sounds familiar.
He played baseball with us at Kallenberg. He was a grade below us.
Okay.
And Rich had what I would say cool parents, where it was one of those parents was like, you guys can drink here, but you're going to stay in the house. And if you get drunk, you're going to fall asleep in the basement.
Yeah.
So it was almost like teaching
Controlled.
you. Yeah, teaching you how to be an adult
Yeah.
and drink, which I actually appreciate because that did honestly allow me to get drunk in a controlled environment.
Because if your parents could at least make sure that you're not getting out of hand and that you're not getting into trouble,
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yep. So
you know,
it was,
and you're not going over the top.
exactly, and it was like strictly like a cooler of Coors Lights or something like that, and it was just me, him, and a couple other guys, like 4 or 5 guys, just getting drunk in his basement and maybe playing. I think he had a ping pong table there or something like that. So just dude stuff,
Yeah.
getting drunk, and that was honestly probably the best thing that ever happened to me because at least I learned. I mean, yeah, I didn't totally learn my limits, but I kind of had an idea what my limits were at
Yeah.
that point by just doing that. And it also made me get the taste of beer down, too. You just said it before. When you were drinking at 17, 18 years old, you didn't like the taste of beer, even light beer.
Yeah,
You didn't like
that's
it
what I'm
that
saying. Like
much.
it wasn't. I mean, the only other things you're used to drinking are like sweet,
Zima.
sodas and stuff, or Zima.
The Zima. Yeah, Bartles and James. Like, we were doing all that stuff just to
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, this will get you drunk, and it doesn't taste like crap.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, yeah, but at some point you have to do beer. Like, it became like a peer pressure thing.
Yeah. When I went to Villanova, what's funny is we, like my friends and I, we all signed up. Like we got really like the nicer, newer dorms our freshman year, but we did because we signed up for like to pledge to be dry
Oh, wow.
type of thing.
That was a lie.
Yeah, that was totally a lie.
Where's Maury?
Yeah, it was like just we weren't dry, but it's just it. He said that we were, and like, I mean, we had a couple of fun nights. I gotta
In the
say.
dorms?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, totally.
They didn't check on that. They just
I mean, we had our RAs and everything like that, but like as long as you were not like out of control.
the RA is the most interesting job in college
Yeah.
ever because like they really are like if you get in good with your RA, which ones will turn a blind eye to
Yeah,
stuff?
our RA freshman year was pretty cool. She didn't bother us too much unless we got like super out of hand. It would piss her off just because she was like guys, I let you do a lot, but this is too much.
Yeah.
Like type of thing. We did for her birthday though one time. Like we were like we threw a fake party just to get her to come in so that we could sing her happy birthday.
Oh, all right.
So it was nice.
That's cool.
She came in her pajamas and she was like, guys, what are you doing? And then we just started singing happy birthday to her. So
That's great.
yeah, it was nice. That's what I mean. She was a good person. We liked
Yeah,
her.
you need listen, your RAs they need to turn a blind eye to some stuff. First, and I think also too for the school. The school doesn't want to be dealing with that stuff.
Yeah.
They just want to know that whoever's in charge there is
in the dorm that was next to us is where they held all the confiscated beer, and she asked us one time to help us carry some of the confiscated beer to the room or whatever like that. So like she had a couple of like garbage bags of beer, so we're like, okay, yeah, so we'll help, and we carry it and we bring it into this room. It was like stacked to the fucking ceiling with all this beer. We're like, oh my god!
like
we
you hit the mother load. Yep.
This is crazy. I don't know what the hell they do with all that.
Probably drink it. Probably themselves. That stuff probably gets used at like university functions and stuff like that.
I guess, right? Like,
Yep.
I mean, there was so much. It was crazy.
Oh my god.
I
That's
mean,
funny.
it was literally a closet just full of beer. But it was like.
Were they tagged or inventoried or anything like that?
It was all different kinds. It was just like mishmash of things and like, like cases and bags and just like.
How did, at some point when you saw that, did you ever go back to her and go, "Hey, I won't say anything if you won't, but you have access that."
Well, we talked to her about it, like when are we gonna get?
That's the God button right
there.
there.
She never hooked us up like that. But.
Oh man. Because if you're saying it's not inventoried or anything like that,
I mean, I'm sure that they might, it's
Yeah,
not something we're privy to.
maybe
so.
there's a camera or something there.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah, I get it.
She's like, it was
man.
just holy Moses.
That's crazy.
I mean, it looked like a beer distributor. It
Yeah.
was just crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's awesome, but wow. I do hope it was drank because that's a lot of money.
It definitely had to have been. Like, what a waste of
Really?
It would have been such a waste. It had to have gone somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you'd give. At some point, it's expired.
I mean,
too.
we were at Villanova, so all the priests are partying one night.
Yeah, it probably did go to the brothers there or whatever.
Oh, all right. I'll help you get chapstick. I'm gonna be right back. Let me, because
Hold down the
I'll
fort.
rinse,
You can do the beer
rinse,
thing.
I'll rinse the beers and stuff. You take control.
I'll hold down the fort for a
Sounds
little bit.
good.
All right. Was it chopsticks or chapsticks? Chapsticks. Oh, chapsticks. Okay, it's a much different thing. I'm just gonna. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, how long? Wow, we're already 2 hours into the show today. This is great. Hey, if you're watching us on TikTok, thank you again. It's our first go around on TikTok, and Mike made that happen. So, thank God for that, and cheers. And for our regular audience on YouTube, what's going on? Yeah. So we just finished our second beer, which was their. What the hell was the name of this freaking beer? That's not the wrong. Oh, sorry, the glass, not the can. Sorry. Give me the can too. Cans. Give me the can. Just want to read the name of it again. That beer that we just had was Middle Name Danger. It's an IPA, 6.6. As far as IPAs go, man, that thing was it was pretty freaking awesome. Again, Mike and I are kind of like on the same page with this. We're not big IPA people. We're not anti IPA, but if I was going to go to a bar, I'd probably order a lager. An ale, whatever the hell you want to call it, but IPA is typically not our thing, but this was a really, really tasty IPA. And I think the next thing we're going to go to is Bright Eye's pumpkin beer, which we just got into a whole thing before about like pumpkin and seasonal stuff. And me personally, I'm not anti-pumpkin. I'm anti the idea that pumpkin is such a big thing early on in the year. Like I said to Mike before, if my balls is hot, I don't want pumpkin anything on my. Yeah, sorry, it's from that's a UFC fighter, I think. But I don't want promotions for pumpkin stuff in August and early September. I want to feel cold. It should be hoodie weather to have pumpkin anything. And we are in hoodie weather right now. The last couple of days here in Long Island, New York, it was like 33 degrees a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
It got cold. It went from like being almost like summer weather to being like 33. So the other day it was like, yes, I'm in the mood. Now I'm in the mood for pumpkin something.
Yeah.
Give me peppermint. Give me all the things that I wouldn't have in the summer. So I am
Things in the puddings
in the pudding pop. I'm totally ready for pumpkin, whatever the hell this is called.
Yeah. All right. So let's bring it up. This is going to be pumpkin spiced slice blonde.
Sounds sexy.
Right? Is that what this
Yeah,
one
it
is?
sounds hot. Did you grab the wrong one?
Or is it? Oh no, I'm sorry. No. This is Fright Eye. That's what it is. Fright Eye Pumpkin Ale. See,
okay.
there's two different types. So this is Fright Eye Pumpkin Ale.
So they have 2 seasonal pumpkins. Interesting.
Yeah. I think the pumpkin spice slice blonde is basically a pumpkin flavor of their flagship.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I
this-
get why they would give us this one a little bit
Yeah,
different.
it's a different one. So this is Fright Eye Pumpkin Ale, a warm fall classic spiced with cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice and served with a sugar rim.
Which we obviously
That
will
would
not have.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
5.0,
It's not too heavy.
which is nice. Yeah, I'm not big into the flavored beers myself, but because it's the season, 'tis the season, you might as well.
'Tis the season to be merry. No
It's my
shit.
name. Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Damn, 3 for 3. Beautiful. Look at that. I love the canned growler thing on the spot and how it still makes the sound. I really thought we were going to lose something tonight with that. Oh, yeah, that is a nice, like, you could see the cinnamon and the nutmeg. It looks like pumpkin. Does it smell good? Can you smell it? Let me get a whiff. Okay. All right, here we go. Cinnamon.
Look at this color. This is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Smell it.
We do
I
need
can
to
smell you.
we need to add like the drops and the porno music and stuff like that because it really does tie into
I know.
the sensualness.
I
Of
know.
The beer.
We'll get like, you know what's funny is that we're a month away from being a year into this.
I told that to Bridget when she dropped me off. I'm like, we've been doing this for like a year now.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
And like, I mean, we've
gotten better.
We developed a little bit. Looks now we're live on TikTok, so it's like, we're moving along and stuff, and
It's a process, man.
yeah, and doing some clips and things, which is cool. But I mean, we had so many ideas of how this show was gonna go when we first started it, and we haven't even like really scratched the surface. But I feel like I took a quick glimpse because I wanted to see when was the exact date that we broadcasted the first show. So I took a quick glimpse at the first show, and I'm like, just even the layout looks like, I mean, it was still a decent job and everything like that, but it's like
That's night and day.
yeah, like we really, we've definitely spiced it up.
You
Here and
learn
there.
every episode from the previous one. You
Yeah.
sit there and you go, all right, what can I do better? What sounds bad? What sounds better? What
Yep.
looks better? I mean, technically and the execution of what we're doing right now, it's just a matter of more episodes, more content. And the other thing too,
Yeah.
like as the quote unquote originator of the concept of the Drinking Buddy show at this point, it's like 20
Yeah.
years. That was back when people were listening to like web streams and live streams for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Now people, they tune in for a little
Drop
bit,
in and
they
out.
drop in and
Yeah.
drop in and out, and then they want to watch a 2 or 3 minute clip from the thing
Yes.
on social media.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
part of it. It's just us doing this and then generating content down the road. So
Yeah.
maybe you watch it and something that you're listening to live hits. Maybe it doesn't, and then you see it on TikTok or YouTube afterwards. Whatever. You know what I mean? That's the world we live in.
No.
So
I mean, now, like, we've, like, just the idea that, like, over 35,000 people took a look at our show is pretty freaking cool.
that's awesome. It's
pretty
awesome.
freaking cool.
Honestly, that's the most viewed thing ever in my life. Ever.
Yeah.
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
and, we've had some on the cornhole side. I've had a couple of things that have hit maybe into the thousands, but not 35.
Yeah.
That's a big number. And I do think just because we are creative, I'd like to think we're creative and funny people.
I think so. I believe we are.
That's not our last. It's not going to be our
no.
last.
No.
It's just, little stuff. And
I
then
still have some stuff in the chamber too that we haven't.
I can't wait.
So
That was good. And I think too, like I will go to my grave saying we have very funny and entertaining friends.
Yeah.
And we've only scratched the surface on that too.
That's the other thing too. It's like a lot of this stuff too is it's we're we're so time constrained, like with what we're doing and stuff like that. Like I still have younger kids, so right now Nikki's out, so like we had to start a little later because I needed to put Cameron to sleep. You can see the girls are still running around and everything like that.
Yeah.
So we're broadcasting out of my basement just because it's more convenient right now in order for us to get the show going.
Right.
Because without that convenience, then it becomes more of a pain to like figure out the date. Like, because Andrew's now back at swimming, which is why we missed a whole month basically, because he had swimming and I had other things.
Crazy.
Now,
luckily for me, I'm on the back half of that stuff. Like, I'm pretty much starting next year, starting in March, my life changes because he's done with swimming. And he's basically just an adult in the work. I mean, he gets to graduate college, obviously, but like I don't have that like September to like February obligation of where we have a swim meet every single weekend or something going on. And that's I'm gonna miss it, but it's a big part of my life, and I'm gonna have to fill that void.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for things like us doing this podcast more often to help fill that void. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sad about losing that part of it too, but I mean I do definitely look forward to us getting a chance to do more stuff together.
And then with that comes with like the little bits of added technology. Like there were so many things that we had like that I wanted to do that I just haven't done. Because I got my own thing going with the gaming stuff too and stuff.
Well, we were just saying like drops and stuff like that, like little drops here and there for comedy, which I
remember like we had like bits that we wanted to like pre-record and stuff, and I still want to do all that, but it's
time consuming.
It's time consuming. It's a lot of things that have to fall into place.
So like it's funny, like I don't know if you're on any of those texts from the cornhole group, but they're all dying for the second iteration of cornhole training. Yeah, that's been a thing. Oh yeah, it's come up in the WhatsApp chat like
really
4 or 5 different times in the last couple of months.
There's so much that goes on in there. Like I kind of like look at it, unless it's in the season one.
It might be in the season one.
Yeah,
that could be because I think prior to the finals this past week, somebody dropped it in there and said, "When's volume 2 coming out?"
Yeah,
and I said, "I'm like, no, Mike hasn't forgotten."
I actually had a bunch of like I had shots recorded and everything ready to go, and I still have a whole segment that I need to record for that, and I still have the idea. I kind of have to write a script, but I have the whole concept of like actually a lot of the little parts that were more pain in the butt to record have already been recorded.
Oh, okay. So the hard stuff is behind you.
So like it was all that stuff that was done at the brewery. Oh, like all of those little shots. Those are, those are like on location shots. Mm-hmm. So those are more time consuming because I have to like set certain things up. I have to get people on page with like, what we're filming and all that kind of stuff. And I had, getting everybody else involved.
Yeah.
To do the shots and stuff like that. So now it's just between basically me and Nikki getting the other half of it shot.
Yeah.
And I will get that done because I do want to do it. It's like
well, look, it's the same reason why we haven't gotten to some stuff with Nick, our friend Nick,
yes.
who was
all of those things too. I want to get that like.
I don't want to give away what our thoughts were with that because if you're watching, what episode was Nick on? Like 4, 3? Okay. Nick was on our 3rd episode. He is a character. I will go to my grave saying Nick is the most unique person within our friend group because he's an identifiable character. He's got that thick, Queens accent.
Yeah.
He's got a machismo about him. Like there's just certain things that Nick does that the rest of us don't do that you can play off of as a character. Yes. We have a whole bunch of ideas that I don't want to give away. And it's finding the time to get with Nick to film that stuff.
Like we rattle it off constantly in our chat and stuff, and it's like even that thing. Remember the whole thing with Mueller wanted to do?
Yeah. I don't want to in case we do that.
I know that's why I don't want to give it away because I still want to do stuff with something like that. There's so many things that I just want that we will do. It's just
time.
It's just time consuming. And I do have to, get down to it. There's a lot of things that like I probably could get done too. But family gets, comes first, and
Man, we're
definitely have obligations as
middle-aged dudes with lives
we're
and
dads.
stuff. So
So
trying to figure this out.
let's
not do this, yeah.
Before we carry more. Like I want to keep carrying into this. Oh, hey, there you are, Matt. Wonder was
Nicholas
when you
Jordan.
were dropping in there.
Is my brother gonna say anything that's gonna get us kicked off
No,
the air?
no, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Shake people down having gambling debts.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
That's that's not exactly where we're going, but something like that
Yes.
is similar to what we have discussed with
Yep.
Nick. I mean, also that's the other thing. Nick is physically built. He is a beast of a guy.
Yeah.
He lifts a lot of weights, so he is that kind of thing. You can do those roles with Nick.
Yeah.
So
Let's we
it's been sitting here for
yeah.
5
Let's
minutes.
get into this beer.
Pumpkin. Let me did you read the thing?
What was it? Fright Ale.
Fright Eye Pumpkin Ale.
Fright Eye.
5.0.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, cinnamon, nutmeg, the whole thing. All right. Yep, a little bit on the back end. More back end than front end. I'll bet you it's money with a little bit of that rim.
Yeah, totally. It's got to be
It's not
because it's not overbearing.
not at all. You get it more on the back end of
Yeah.
the beer. I'll go as far as to say when you first take a sip of it, you're like, this is just a regular beer. And then when it goes down, yeah, you get that. Yeah, and honestly, it's not overbearing at all.
It is not. It's
It's super light.
if I
pumpkin.
didn't know this was if this wasn't labeled as a pumpkin beer, I probably wouldn't even thought pumpkin off the top of my head.
Agreed. That's
know?
not to knock the beer. It's a clean, good tasting beer.
Right.
Goes down nice and smooth. It's
Because
just
when I hear pumpkin in an ale, like pumpkin ale type of thing, I'm thinking of a heavy flavored
yeah,
beer.
with a lot of cinnamon in it. And
Right.
you do get a little cinnamon on the back end.
Yeah,
of this.
yeah. But I'm thinking the ciders and stuff like that. Like that's what comes to mind when I hear something like that. And I'm like, this is just I love the idea of it's really on the back end. Like you
Yeah.
don't you're not overwhelmed with pumpkin.
No,
Because-
you almost have to
Because
search for it.
because a
little
lot of people would run away from the idea of a pumpkin ale.
bit. Yeah, no, this is an approachable pumpkin. Like if you are somebody who does not like pumpkin beer or distinct pumpkin, you could have this and be like, I could drink that. You might not come away from it being like, oh, now I'm a pumpkin fan, because I don't think it's distinctly pumpkin.
Yeah.
But it is an approachable pumpkin, and to be fair to them, we're not doing it with the spice or whatever. The
Yes,
cinnamon on
yeah,
the rim.
yeah.
So that most people, when you're at a brewery, they will ask you, "Do you want us to do the the sugar or whatever, the cinnamon
Yep.
around the rim?" We're
Yeah,
not doing that.
What was it?
So-
What did they put on it? They said, sugar
Rim, yeah. Which the sugar rim is awesome. The only thing I'll say about that, because we South Shore Craft Brewery, they all do it. It gets sticky really close, like the minute
It can.
if it drips down the side of the cup and you grab
Yeah.
the mug or whatever, it's like, oh shit, my
Yeah.
hands are all sticky and gross. But it is tasty. And so is this. This is a good. This is just like a good regular beer.
I do like it on the salt on a margarita though. That's
no salt on the margarita. That's from
This is no salt. I specifically
I do
said-
like a salty margarita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff is
I can get you going.
yeah. I had when we went to Mexico for my cousin's wedding or whatever. That's all I was drinking there.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's all because it was inclusive.
Wait, which cousin? Who?
This is on my mom's side. My cousin
okay.
Katie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She married somebody. She was in nursing and moved out Midwest.
Wait, the blonde girl?
Yeah.
The one that I thought looked like Ashley?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Because I remember her from your wedding.
Yeah.
She was getting drunk with us in the hotel.
Yep.
After. Okay. All right.
Yep. Cool chick.
Yes. All right. So she got married down in Mexico, and then that's when you had your salty margaritas?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, because as I said, it was an all-inclusive resort. It was my first. It was mine and Nikki's first time going to an all-inclusive resort,
Okay.
and it was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
How does that work? I've never been to an all-inclusive before. Never.
You walk around without your wallet
And everything is just free.
and just get whatever you want.
It's like what's that movie with Albert Brooks that we always talk about? The
Oh,
one where he
Defending
died-
Your Life.
Defending Your Life.
Yep.
Same idea.
Dude. And like when you go to eat at restaurants, there's like 10 different restaurants within the building. You know, so there's a couple of them that are you can pay to eat at. But then the other one, like 6 of them or 7 of them or whatever the heck it is, they're all just included. So you just order whatever.
That's awesome.
Like, I mean, it is amazing. You go to the pool, the bar's in the pool. So
Like
you
a
just
walk
hang
up?
out. Yeah, so you're just hanging out in the pool, freaking getting all the different drinks, whatever the heck you want. I mean, these fucking fruit flies. That's from pumpkins that we had in,
yeah,
in
I
our
had,
house.
It's all right. I got one too.
Yeah. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, and it's like I'm always like, where can we find a place to do this again? Because I totally would do. Like, it is one of the most relaxing and easy things to do, just because you don't have to think about, like, because tips are like all that kind of stuff is included.
Yeah. Well, if you're saying you can walk around without your wallet,
Yeah.
you'd have to. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Have
that's what I'm
another
saying.
tip
You
thing.
don't have to worry about losing stuff. You don't have to worry about the money, and you could obviously you could bring in tip and stuff like that. But like you've included your tips in everything that you've done.
That's awesome. And is it like good stuff?
Yes,
All right.
top shelf, whatever, like everything.
You must. I have to imagine it can't be like super cheap though. Like the experience
No, I
must
mean
be.
so like we were there for a couple of days. It was a few $1,000s.
Okay.
You
Still
know.
though, I mean, the convenience of not having to worry about bringing a wallet
Yes.
around.
Well,
and just-
it was also in Mexico too, so it's like
yeah, pricing down there is a little bit different than here, and you know. Yeah.
But it's just, like it was really the idea of now, like you kind of do that on a cruise.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
So you've never been on a cruise?
Never been on a cruise.
So
Nope.
that was the other thing. Matt's redacting things.
No, it wasn't anything inappropriate. I think it just. I think he made a. I know the reference. It was a Defending Your Life reference. That I think he just got the words wrong, but I know exactly what he was. Yeah.
Was it wrap it up?
No, wrap it up.
No, so
I think it was no stakes. No stakes.
No
when he-
steak, no steak.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna bring you some steaks.
Yeah, you fixed it. Yep.
I'm gonna bring you 9 pies, one for every day.
That is the best scene where he's like,
That whole thing with the number 9 is one of the funniest and most like nonsensical things, because like it doesn't
Nick.
it doesn't mean anything. Hey Nick, what's going on, bud?
I'm just talking about you in a good way.
It doesn't mean anything, but in the movie it means something.
Yes.
Like it doesn't, like, because they're like, you're defending your life, so they're reviewing days of your life.
Right,
see-
and to backtrack, Defending Your Life, you die, you're in like this purgatory,
You're in purgatory
state,
before you either move
and-
on or you get reincarnated.
and the movie is with Albert Brooks, Meryl Streep. It's hysterical, and it's also sort of a romance movie too with the two of them.
Yes.
But basically, if you have a short number of days, it means there's not much of your life to judge because you've lived a fairly good life.
Yes.
And if you have a shit ton of days, it means
Yes.
you were a horrible person.
Yes,
And you're
basically.
probably getting kicked back to Earth for another round.
Yes. So
And-
Albert Brooks's character had 9 days to review.
Oh my
So
God.
that's the thing. So you live your life as if you're on a resort. Like while you're in purgatory, you're allowed to eat as much as you want. Everything is free. Obviously,
Don't
There's
gain
no
any
money.
weight. The food comes
Yeah.
out instantaneously.
So it's every restaurant that he goes to. It's like the people that work there they're the people who have moved on but have decided to work in the purgatory to
Right.
serve the people. And it's just so they know everything that's going on. So they ask, how many days you look at, and every time he says 9, like all the workers are like, ooh.
yeah, right. Like they know it's not a favorable number. Yep.
It's so fantastic.
Yeah, I was never been on a cruise. Never been on a cruise. Nah.
Yeah.
I've lived a very, very, very sheltered life. Like I've literally only been to like 5 states in the United States. It's pretty bad.
Kivs is actually a salesman for a cruise line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, sell me.
Is it
Sell me this pen.
Is
Can
it
you
Virgin?
do Belfort?
Which one is it? Is it Virgin? Kivs? Yeah, so like the way they work is like it's basically inclusive. Like, you know, you buy the room, which includes it's Viking. Okay, Viking.
Oh, I've heard great things about Viking Cruise. I had a former coworker do like I forget where, like Scandinavia or something.
So you pay for the room, which comes with like meals. So you get your meal plan, which will give you 3 meals so that you can go to the buffets, and then you can pick a restaurant to eat at and kind of thing, or you can upgrade and purchase a restaurant stay. Like you can, you know, but if there are a bunch of restaurants that are included in the meal plan type of thing. So that's the stuff that's included. And then if you want to upgrade and do a beverage package, then you're
Guys trip cruise to
that would be so much fun.
Not gonna get any pushback from me. Probably have to run it by the wife.
Yeah.
And all of your respective wives. Ain't gonna happen. We are not gonna get. Listen, we can barely get together on a Friday to go to like Croxley's.
Matt, sometimes they are included. It depends. Like most of those are extras that you would pay for, but like depending on how you book the trip, if you book directly with the cruise line, they do have excursion packages that come with it and stuff. So
I am not looking for any dolphin sort of situation. All I want to do, as Nick correctly pointed out, would be to get loaded with my friends.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like
you
buy a beverage package, and that includes. So basically, you might have to wear a bracelet just to say like, yeah, or you have a card that says like whenever you go to the bar or whatever, you're like, this is the card that shows that I'm paid for, and then you get, beer, or depending on the type of package that you get top shelf liquor. Most of the cruises give you like when we went on the Disney cruise, I purchased the beer stein, which is up there, and that beer stein, I was able to get whatever beer I wanted.
So you walked around with the stein, and it was like
but it was glass, so it's like at the end of the night they would give me a token, so that way I didn't have to carry my beer stein around when I wasn't drinking.
Thank you for clarifying that, Matt. Calling back an old bit. Can you? He meant book a package. Can you package? Book a package where they throw in some Magic Mike dances for Brian. Yes,
we all know Brian's a fan of the Magic Mike.
I'm surprised that bit did get a little bit of traction on TikTok. If you go back and look at some of our other stuff, I did share my affinity for Magic Mike.
Yeah,
and I think some other men did too. I'm just going to say it. We'll find out. But I thought it was a good movie. The second one, not so much. But all right. So the cruise thing, all inclusive. Well, mostly inclusive.
It's basically
depending on
inclusive.
package or whatever tier you pick. Okay.
So most of the time you would get it so you don't have to worry about it, kind of thing. And then there was another thing too with the Disney cruise. We wound up purchasing. So I not only had the beer stein that I could go get whatever beer I wanted. But I also purchased their drink of the day glass. So if you purchase the drink of the day glass, every day they would change the drink of the day, and then you could just refill that as many times as you wanted.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so it's like they give you like little things. Like Disney is always trying to get you extra. That's what I'm saying. It's like you have the beer, you have the package that you could buy, and get you so far. But if you want beer, then you have to buy their mug, and if you want the drink of the day, you got to buy their glass. It's like they always,
Pro Max. Yeah, it's the iPhone lineup, but for Disney, I get it. No, I understand. I may have to hit up Kivs at this after this because I do. Bridget and I have talked about when Andrew's done with swimming, doing some sort of either I think the two that we keep talking about is Canadian or Alaskan.
Now,
but
Viking, Kivs, Viking is adults only, right? because there are. I think Viking is one of the ones that is there's no kids involved, and I think that's what they do. So it's like that's nice.
Oh yeah.
We do enjoy having the kids around and everything like that. But it's like it would be nice to go on one of these things without having to worry about them.
Well, I mean, just because of where we're at, our kids are older. We can do an adults-only cruise most likely, which we've talked about doing.
Now, most of these places that do have the kids things too, they actually have a kids zone. Like Disney's kids zone was off the hook. The kids loved going there.
And by kids zone, you mean a kids jail where you can put them with somebody else and then you can go do your own thing.
Basically, but it's like they in Disney's version, they had like 8 different rooms that had 8 different themes. So they had a Star Wars theme, they had a princess theme, they had a pirate theme. Like it was just like all these different.
But
rooms.
who watches your children?
There's like supervisors there. Like there's people there who are watching the kids.
It's a lot of trust, though. Depending on the types of kids that you're dealing with.
You have like they have contact with you, so if there's ever a need to get in touch with you, like they also have like they give the kids these bands that keeps track of them, so wherever they are, they know where they are, which room they're in, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like. And this is no disrespect to any specific person's child. We've all met people with kids that are a little bit more on the rambunctious side.
Yes, well,
and it's not your kids that you're worried about necessarily. It's being around. It's the general public that you're on the boat with.
And you've come across those types of things, and it's like you get the people who are watching these kids,
18 plus.
They know, 18 plus on Viking. See.
I got to click on that every time I go into my favorite website. Thank you, girl. I can't appreciate it, bud. Are you 18 or older? Yes, I am.
Yep.
I'm going to enter.
Yes, I am.
Let me on the Viking cruise.
This is private browsing.
Yes, I'm going on the Viking incognito cruise. Sorry about that. We've all been there.
Yeah, that's good. Yes, but the people who are watching them have been good with our kids.
Nick knows.
Yeah.
I won't. I'll text you later, Nick. But we know the type of child specifically who could wreck a home potentially and cause you to increase your home insurance premium. And those are the kinds of kids that I'm worried about on the cruise. It's not my own children. I think my own children will be relatively well behaved.
No.
But mine, hopefully, Andrew's going to be 22 in January. If he can't control himself on a cruise, I'm pretty screwed. But if you're on a cruise that does allow children and they're younger children on the cruise, I would not trust those kids to not do something stupid with my children.
Yeah, but it is a controlled environment in these places. Like, it's not like they're giving them knives or anything.
No, but come on. We've all been at okay. How many of us as parents have been at a children's birthday party where you're watching your children play and you're like, okay, they're doing fine, and you're watching that one kid and you're like, you're just like looking, you're like,
this kid's gonna set fire to the house.
Yes. Yes, or he's going to just go over and clothesline kids for no reason because he's an ass.
I know those kids personally, so, and I know that the reason why I know that these places are safe for those kids is because any kind of incident is reported immediately. And those kids are most likely not allowed back in.
What is all right? Have you maybe you haven't been on, so it's fine if you haven't. Have you ever heard of a situation where there was a child reported for doing something over the line? Like, do they give guidelines for behavior beyond just you can't do basic stuff?
It basically falls into a category of if it's either seen by a supervisor or reported by a child to a supervisor, then the supervisor observes to see what is going on and then directly contacts the parents to say, this kid can't be here. If this is the way he's going to be, the kid can't be here.
Okay. All right.
I've seen it happen.
All right. As long as you're telling me there's some sort of legit rules enforced.
Because I mean,
That's just not.
they don't want to. You just trust the system, but they don't want to have to deal. Like they're not, they're just there to make sure that nobody gets hurt.
Snitches get stitches. And I think the summer camp one is probably the best analogy. If I'm drawing a correlation, that's probably the one that makes the most sense. And I get that, but there's different age ranges, and it's a different atmosphere
the other thing too.
Because you're on vacation.
So depending on the ages of the kids too, it's like there's an age limit on both ends. So it's like if for instance we went I think the one of the years that we went, I think it was Kibbs' daughter wasn't able to go with the rest of our cousins because she just fell under. So she was technically supposed to be with the there's another group of kids type of thing. So they do separate the kids based on age. It is a wider range once you get to like 5 years old or something like that, or whatever it is. But they group the kids in like the same age range.
Okay. So you don't have like a 4-year-old with a 10-year-old. Or maybe
not a 4-year-old. I don't think. I think it's like, that's what I'm saying. I think it's like after 5, then they kind of group them in.
Because I got to imagine that's a thing too, right? You're going on a cruise, you may have an age range of,
but they do have like especially in Disney, they had a room for the younger kids.
Okay.
Even in the group of of the 8 rooms that anybody could go to, they still had a section where if you were still on the younger side, you could still you still had a room that was more suitable for that age group, and then there was the stuff for the older.
All
yeah,
right,
we definitely got to get Brian on a cruise.
It's not. It has been discussed internally on the home front. It is a to do once we get through this whole swim part of our lives. So I promise you, it's a thing.
The thing is like Kibbs and my sister go on a cruise like every year.
Oh wow,
that's like their thing.
Yeah, I do need to experience it. Okay, and I probably do need to see it to believe it. Because I'll be honest, I don't believe children can be cooperative. I'll just say it right now. I don't love children. I'm the anti-Jerry Lewis. That sounds horrible. You should probably don't clip that out.
I'm going to say, you sound like a real a-hole.
I don't love... You know what it is, man? I can't be the only one who thinks this. And maybe other people out there
my kids stay upstairs.
No, I like your kids. It's different. It depends on the kids, right? Like, my friends' kids are different because I know you guys, and I've been introduced to your kids a million times. I'm talking about, like, if you've ever gone out in the pub or met somebody's kids for the first time, it just doesn't hit well with me. Like, I'm like, hey, like, I'm sort of
I guess
an acquired
it depends.
taste.
I guess it depends. Listen, dude, whenever I stream, I deal with kids.
But you're like a big kid, though.
I play these games which are kid-based.
It's not different.
They are different on cruises.
Maybe. But they're not kids in general. If you've ever been around kids that you don't know or that you barely know, like I know your kids. I know how the girls are. I know how Cam is. I can talk to them and have a normal conversation. I know our friends' kids and I'm cool with them because I know them. But kids that I'm not familiar with, it's just a little weird Nicky to me. I just don't know what it is. And I'm like, I don't find them funny. They're kind of annoying,
I guess so.
And when I meet a good one, it's like, man, that's a good one right there. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I've dealt with a lot of kids, I guess. I don't know. I did. After graduating and everything like that. I helped work on the plays in high school and stuff like that at Kellenberg, and so I've dealt with kids doing these fucking flies. I'm so in like so Nikki decorated upstairs with a bunch of pumpkins and everything like that, and she came in the other day and she said one of them was like rotted but infested with fruit flies.
Oh, is that why you have it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. We had it.
So it's like she immediately got rid of it, but it's like,
I had a neighbor
now we have to
that has
sift them out.
It took us a week. We had a neighbor that has a fig tree, and there's these Greek people that live next to. They're super nice. I don't have he's not going to watch. This guy's old. I don't even think he has the internet. And he would just bring over figs every day to us, and we're like, oh, thank you so much. And they were rotted, and they were drawing fruit flies. Yeah, it was bad. And then one day we noticed all these fruit flies around our sink drain, and we just basically were like, we just got to throw out all these figs. And it took us a solid 5 to 7 days of just putting vinegar and all this crap down the drain to kill it, and then to eventually get it to just be out of the house.
Yeah,
they're annoying.
They're super annoying, and we kind of get them. Yeah,
kids on the cruise like wallpaper.
not
Other kids, not mine. Okay.
Yeah, we because Nikki's baking and stuff like that. Stuff like bananas. If you make banana bread, you have to wait till they're rotting, basically.
Yeah, and then you draw flies.
You risk the flies.
Yeah, Bridget does that all
now,
the time.
one time the kids had no idea where they were coming from. The kids ate a banana down here and threw the peel out in the garbage down here.
Oh, you can't do that. No.
And that garbage doesn't get emptied for 2 weeks.
And then they came out you opened the
yeah.
thing.
And I was because they were we're in the kitchen. We're like, where the hell are these coming from?
Yeah.
I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't see anything rotten. I don't see, what the hell is happening? And then I came down here to I was just doing whatever, and then I go to throw something away, and I opened up the lid, and they all came flying out. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yep, we had that with Andrew, except he was 20 at the time, so we're a little bit pissed at him. I've had a situation where I have both adored one kid, but then despised the sibling from that same. That's true too. I have seen families produce different offspring.
Yeah.
Where one is demon, and then the other one is the most beautiful kid ever, and that's just luck of the draw. You're not gonna. It's funny. I don't think it's necessarily. Listen, there are some times where you meet the kid and you're like, is the parent sort of, and you're like, okay, I get why the kid is that way. It totally makes sense.
Makes sense.
And then there are other times where you're just like, man, I know the parent. The parent's a really nice person, but the kid is just a loose cannon. And you're like, what happened here? And yeah, when I come across those kids, I get very uncomfortable, and I don't know how to act.
When you're younger and you notice the kids that you that are in your grade and stuff like that, your age group, that are real jerks. Just total assholes. And you just you would think that maybe they'll grow out of it when they're older and all that kind of stuff. And, it's just kids being kids, and they'll grow out of it. And then you get older and you find out, you're like, wow, adults don't grow out of this stuff.
No.
If you're an asshole, you're just an asshole.
Your whole life.
What?
How many people? There's a few that aren't, but how many people do you and I know that we went to
how many you sit there and you go, your parents okay with you being an asshole? Because I get so angry if my kids do something that are jerk that makes them look like a jerk. Yeah. I get so angry with them. I'm like, don't you dare behave like that.
Yeah. Okay, Kivs just said it. I hear it every day. I love my kids, but not someone else's. Yes, okay. And I had this conversation with Gary from Cornhole. Gary, I just want to lay out the context, is probably in his early 70s, if I was to guess what Gary's age is. He's a grandfather. I'm sure he loves his grandchildren. I'm sure he loves his children. We were at the brewery playing this past Monday, and we had that fourth court setup, just like with the general public area or whatever.
Okay.
So it's like the 3 in the back and then one out by like the bar area, pretty much.
Yeah.
And while we were setting up, there were people there with their kids, and the kids were not being supervised by their parents. And Gary looked at me and he goes, "Hey, if those are my kids, I'd fucking hit them." Like something. It was something like that. And I know he wasn't being serious. He wasn't joking. Gary would not hit any children, probably. But it's the idea that kids are running around unsupervised at a brewery.
Yeah.
And that situation made me uncomfortable. This idea that you can just let your children roam free, there's no consequences, and they did not, like, clearly we were setting something up. Like, it was an area meant for this thing that we were doing, and these parents didn't care, and they were just running free, throwing things at the board, like it wasn't their stuff. Right, they were just throwing stuff in our court. Now, granted, it was like 30 minutes before we were starting, but still, it was set up.
Yeah, people are doing something and setting something up.
And like the context clue there is, guys, let's bring it back over here. These people are obviously doing something over here.
Right.
That's what a normal parent would do, but they didn't. They just let their kids run roughshod in our court, and that's the stuff that gets me. It's like if that was my kid, my eyes would be like,
yeah.
And they'd get the little waggle of the finger, and they'd be afraid. Because they know that if I lose my shit, it's going to be a problem. Not that I'm going to like physically hurt them, but they're going to have to hear from me for the next several hours in the car ride home, and they're going to lose a privilege, whatever it might be.
Yep.
That doesn't happen, man.
Yeah, some parenting tactics are very questionable.
People probably think I am. Listen, I'd like to think I'm a decent parent. I do think I'm a good person, especially with children, but children that I don't know that are just completely going
But
off
that's the thing.
rails.
It's like those types of things, especially when the parents are around. The parents are assholes.
Yeah.
I gotta blame the parents.
Well, and listen, especially at a brewery, right? Like how many times have we been? I don't want to give the exact situation, but there was a recent situation where we were aware of parents who brought their kids to the brewery. And it was almost like, I'm here to have fun, and I brought you here with me, but I'm not going to be a parent. It's kind of how the situation was. And it's like, no, that's not really what you signed up for.
Yeah.
If you bring your children to
You're
something.
a parent all the time.
Right. Like, I'm not saying don't have a couple of beers and don't have some fun, but you still got to have your parent glasses on the whole time.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
And they don't do that. All right. I'll check it in a second, Nick.
Yeah, something's going on.
Well, I have a feeling I know what Nick is saying. Who's saying about it. We're on the same page. How you doing on your?
I'm ready.
We have a tiny bit more, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of there, and then you can have the rest.
A little bit of there, a little bit of there,
and then we have our final beer. Sorry, I know that I went on a whole rant about children. I think people are gonna look at me like I'm like the anti-Jerry Lewis, but I'm telling you, I went right out of the freaking can. You two-handed the can too.
It's so big.
I said, Kiv said it perfectly. I do love my children, but not someone else's. And I do love my friends' kids because I've met them a million times. And, I do think our age group, and specifically our group of friends, is trying to raise our kids the way we were raised to a certain extent, which was to be respectful around other adults and, do certain things. That's not necessarily the norm. That's all I'm going to say. It's hard because you don't want to say it and then get in trouble. Because
I don't want to say anything because it's like I hate the idea.
If you generalize, it's going to be like, was he talking about my children?
No. What I'm gonna say is there's no way. Is there any way that this guy's hearing this? Probably not. But
you don't have to name any names. You can just
I know, but I mean it's so. Cameron is doing a basketball clinic. Okay. He's doing it over in Rockville Center, and I went to grammar school in Rockville Center. And when the first clinic I brought him to, I didn't realize was coached by somebody I went to grammar school with. One of the biggest assholes ever. Like, ever. Him and his brother. His brother was in my grade. He was a grade below. Like I just if the epitome of douchebaggery. Like they are just absolute.
The level of asshole that sticks with you your whole life.
Yes,
Yeah, I know.
I know. They were so bad that my mom didn't like them.
And for those in the viewing audience, Mike's mother is on the brink of sainthood. I'm not sure where she ranks there, but maybe the nicest person in the history of humanity.
That's what I'm saying.
So to piss Mike's mom off.
That's how bad it was. Like, they were just not nice people.
Yeah.
Like, really just not nice. Ever.
Dirtbag.
And like I said before, you would hope when you're younger, you're looking at these jerks and you go, they must grow out of it when they get older. And then as you get older, you realize these people don't really grow out of that stuff. Now, I don't know. I haven't, I only knew them in grammar school. I never had any contact with them outside of that after grammar school or anything like that. But it's just one of those things. It's like now that I see him, that's all I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that he grew out of it. But maybe he didn't. And I wouldn't say anything. But what was funny is that I mentioned it because, George's kid is in the program too. And as soon as he said his name, I was like, wait, is it so-and-so? Like,
yeah.
I said the last name, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
And I started going off and just talking. And he's
It hit a bad core memory.
And he was like, actually, now that you mentioned it, he does seem like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that's the other thing, too. Even if you don't know the person, you could look at them or have a conversation with them once, and you're like, I'm rubbing me the wrong way about that guy.
Yeah.
Like, you just know.
Mm-hmm.
People give off signals. They give off vibes.
Yeah.
So if you were an asshole when you were younger and you're an adult now, you're probably giving off the asshole vibe.
Yeah.
And there's very few people I can think of in my life where I got it wrong, where it was like you were an asshole as a kid, met you later on in life, and it was like, you know what? I was wrong about you. You're a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
Couple. I'll be the first to admit there was a couple of people, but very few, man. Most of them turned out to be exactly what I thought they were going
Just
to be.
exactly the way they were.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's just like, that's what I said, because it's like, is it a parenting thing? Because if I noticed that my kid was an asshole, I would say something.
The first sign I think is for me, and I this is how I probably kept most of my friends, when you set foot into my house when I was a teenager or a young adult, were you respectful to my parents? Not like in a crazy like ass kissing way, just like were you decent?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Deano, how you doing?
Yeah.
Just polite.
That's
basic decency.
Like when we went, Dave's parents had a house upstate, and they took Rob and I up there to spend the weekend or whatever it was. And while we were up there, Dave's mom was like, okay, guys, so since we're spending the weekend here, or whatever, you can call me Susan. I'm like, okay, Mrs. Curtolo. I'm not calling you Susan.
No way. I still don't do that with some
That's
people's
what I mean.
parents.
I couldn't do it.
In my 40s, I can't do it.
There's no way. Because that's just a level of respect.
That's it.
That's just the way it is.
Yep.
Like I didn't meet you that way. You're my friend's mom.
Yep.
So you are Mrs. Curtolo.
Yep. And it's going to stay that way.
That's it.
Until you are no longer on Earth. That's how it's going to be. Sorry, lady. Yeah. I have the same thing, too, with Andrew's friends at Iona. Back in October, they had what they call their homecoming meet. They have a big house party afterwards. The parents, the swimmers go there. It's just at a house off campus, and they're all drinking and stuff like that. And all of them were calling me Mr. Deano. And no matter what I said, I'm like, guys, this is not flying with me. Like I know I'm his father, but I'm also drunk right now. Please call me Brian.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, Mr. Deano. Like, and I will say this, the swim
That's
kids
really
in general,
respectful, and
super respectful.
I love it.
No, they're
Absolutely love that.
ever since he's been involved with swim, I will say the swim kids, by and large, tend to be very respectful, almost
Nice.
like militaristic in terms of how they follow.
That's
which
great.
I love. But It is weird being called Mr. Anything. I
Yeah.
mean, you're going to get there at some point, man. It's going to feel weird.
Oh no, I've been, I was already there.
You're Mr. Selecki with some people? Really?
Oh yeah, I've been Mr. Selecki for a long time, for a lot of things. Dude, I was Mr. Select. Dude, I told you, like just a couple of years out of Kellenberg, and I was helping with the drama club. And kids that were in school with me were calling me Mr. Selecki.
That's weird.
And I'm like,
Especially
stop
because they were
that.
in school with you. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I'm like,
weird.
stop that. But then it was like younger kids that were like calling me Mr. Selecki. You know, it's just, and it's like it just became a thing. Like I was just kind of like I kind of got used to it because I worked with younger kids doing things like whatever it was. So I was, you know, and and it was like when you were early 20s or whatever, and like, you know, a parent was like I was going to be taking care of their kid for whatever it was that we were doing, whatever club it was or something like that, and they were, and you know, and they would say like, you know, this man is going to be taken. I'm like, man,
Right. Do you know what kind of a degenerate I am? Right. It's so weird. And that's not, I appreciate the level of respect, but I can't. Yeah, my brother even hit it too. Yeah, he does the same thing. You know, some of this is, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen in public school too. We are Catholic school products, so I do think some of that is being the products of Catholic schools. Even like Nick, I think Nick was a Catholic school kid. I'm not saying it doesn't happen outside of Catholic school. I don't want to just say it's only a Catholic school thing. That's not the case. But you and I, and even Iona, and a lot of Andrew's swim friends, they all went to Catholic school, and there is something about that system that says that you respect your elders, you respect people that are, your parents or whatever, and you call them sir, ma'am, whatever it is. So my brother just said before, my brother's a wrestling writer. You can Google my brother Matt. He's a freaking nationally renowned wrestling journalist. But he's like, kids call me Mr. Diano, but I find it so unnatural because I'm the furthest thing from proper. Believe me, I know that, and so does our chat. When it comes to how I perceive myself, Matt is the least proper human being on planet Earth, but he is also the most respectful person ever when it comes to other people.
And that's I'm this, like I said, it's just how we were raised, I guess. It's regardless of what school you go to, I think it really comes down to the parenting thing. It's just the way I was always presented that way when you're approaching an adult or something, whatever. You address them as Mr. or Mrs. or Miss whoever, or sir or ma'am. It's just it's just a natural thing, and I still do it. I still just I still call people sir or ma'am, just in general. Yeah. If I don't know who they are, that's just how I approach it.
Yeah. I will say I do think Andrew, my son, may buck that trend a little bit, and I think part of the reason why isn't because of how he was raised or anything like that. I do think he's respectful to all you guys. He grew up around adults. We had him when we were young, so for him, he's been around you guys since you were younger.
Oh yeah, it's a
little different, just in a sense because he's still respectful. I think he's respectful, but he doesn't call Noah, for example. He doesn't call him Mr. Noah or anything like that. He calls him Uncle Mikey.
Yeah,
because that was his Uncle Mikey.
No, but that's different.
He still calls Nick.
No, because when it comes to kids and your parents' friends and stuff like that. Now, with me, it was also a little different too because my parents didn't really have friends outside of family. Because my dad and my mom's best friends were their brothers and sisters and cousins.
And you guys have a huge family too, so that's a big part of it. Yeah.
So I mean, for all of us, it was we were calling everybody by their first names regardless.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of thing that you're I wouldn't want your kids to call me Mr. Seleckia.
Yeah, and I don't think they probably wouldn't, but I get what you're saying.
Wouldn't you find it weird if Cameron called you Mr. Diano?
Yeah, no, I'd want him to call me Brian.
Yes.
Yeah.
He calls you Brian. He asks you to sleep over.
Yeah. Is Brian sleeping over? No, I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not, buddy. But I broke his helicopter
My
before.
cousin.
So I felt bad about that.
Yeah, so when Cameron found out that Brian was coming over tonight, he came running down the stairs and he says, "Is Brian having a sleepover?" And so Nikki was like, "Why don't you ask him?"
So I got a voice text from Cameron saying, "Brian, can you sleep over tonight?" I laughed at it. And I was like, "I'm sorry, I gotta be up tomorrow for a swim meet." But it was very cute. It was very cute. But I would be weird. I'd be weirded out if he called me Mr. Deanna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's a different level just because of how close you are with the person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, like they're teachers. You call them Mrs. Whoever, Mr. Whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's just the level of respect that you give to the adult. And that's just, I don't know if that's, like, I haven't come across a lot of people who, a lot of kids who don't follow that suit, but.
No, I mean, they're the ones that don't generally are anti-authority in general. So they're not good with teachers. They're not good with other parents. They're probably not good with cops. They're probably not good with just having people tell them what they should be doing in general. I'm not saying I'm probably overgeneralizing, but if you are a kid that is not falling in line, for lack of a better word, you're probably resistant to all sorts of figureheads, authority.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So, all right, do we want to get our last beer on?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, it's my turn now, so I'll go get it.
Sure.
This is the last IPA?
This is it. Yeah, this is a hazy IPA.
Okay, let me go do my thing.
Me. Oh man, so I appreciate it. This is great. Everyone chiming in and stuff. We totally appreciate the views and the chat and stuff. We want to, as much as we kind of do our little dialogue back and forth with one another. We do appreciate everybody chiming in with the topics and adding to the conversation. It's a lot of fun. And I gotta say, like, these, I guess we've had more heavier beers in the previous episodes because, like, usually by the fourth beer, I feel like I'm almost wrecked.
Yeah, I feel good right now.
And I feel very good.
Like, listen, it's late. I mean, I know I'm an old man. It's a Friday, but I don't feel like beer tired.
Yeah, exactly. I have to get up for work tomorrow, and a lot of those times when we've had these shows where I've had to wake up in the morning, it's always questionable.
Yeah. Well, when we're pushing midnight and we're on our fourth,
I said we started later too.
We did
because we usually try to start at like 7.
Yeah, 8:30 start is a little bit later, but I do think the beer selection.
It's only 11:30.
I know how Nick rolls. Nick is a night owl, man. He has to be watching a movie with Ashley or something like that. There has to be movie night or a wine night over there. There's something going on at the Tara Cohen house. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying you guys are definitely on a wine or a movie or Netflix night together. And I appreciate you spending some of your evening with us. I wouldn't do that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So,
all right. So this is
it's the other IPA, right?
This is FOMO Hazy IPA.
Oh yeah, there you go.
FOMO FOAM-O, which I like.
I don't want to ding them for this because they're in a rush. They're giving you the beer. The ABV on the can does not match the ABV on the website.
Really?
Correct. It says 6.3 on the can.
Oh.
It says 6.6. Now
which one is the typo?
I'm gonna guess the can. That's my best
guess. You think
'cause
so?
It's on the website. That seems pretty official to me. It's not elite. It's not notarized.
Maybe, but maybe not.
I don't know. Why would they take out?
Because maybe she was writing on the board from what was on the board.
They don't even have a 6.3 on this thing though.
Yeah,
There's
but
not
that's what I'm saying. There's a 6.6. The middle name was 6.6. Maybe they were copying and pasting and just put 6.6.
I don't know. Well,
That 0.3 is going to be
yeah.
it's going to the end all be all.
Well, now it makes me want to go there and actually see what the hell it is.
It could vary by batch. That's true.
All right.
That is true.
They have I guess they must have a way of testing that kind of thing when they produce a batch.
I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, so this one, okay, so this is FOMO Hazy IPA. Whoa, wow, look at you.
The size of this thing. These are enormous. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's tropical, juicy, heavy on the haze, DDH again, with Mosaic, El Dorado, and Citra. So we're going to get some citric taste to this.
Didn't the other one have Citra too? Am I wrong?
It did have Citra.
But it had Mosaic too.
They both have Mosaic. This one has El Dorado.
And the other one
had Columbus Cryo.
And Odell. Oh, that's the Odell Brewing Company.
That was the Odell Brewing
Company. Didn't have Odell Beckham. All right.
It didn't have Odell Beckham.
I just hear
Definitely
Odell.
not.
All right. Should I do the Kraken thing?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Crack it.
So far, we're 3 for 3 on the Kraken. If I screw this up, it's my bad.
Don't screw it up.
All right. Okay, didn't cut my fingernail.
All right. It wasn't bad.
Nope, not bad. And it's just a little bit. Yeah, it's like a regular beer. Okay. Oh, it smells good. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, no.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
I don't know what you're doing over there.
I went sideways. That's why.
Oh, my gosh.
We're good now. We're good. I righted the ship.
Oh, it is hazy. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a very distinct, different color here. It's more of like a yellowish, golden. The other ones were definitely less golden looking. Yeah. I mean, it's very. It looks good, but it looks hazier. 100% the haziest of the two hazy ones. All right. Down the hatch.
Yeah, it looks good, though. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. This whole thing about I feel good before bed might go out the window right now.
Possibly.
A little different than the other one, but still really good.
It's very good.
Very citrus.
This has more the IPA taste to it.
Yes. I think also more Citra. Am I wrong about that? It's citrusy. Oh, I'm gonna try it again. Fuck. Sorry.
I think it has like the what do you call it? If you what the hell is it called? When you're oh my gosh, what is it called when you're shaving the like the rind of my good lord.
It's over 6 now.
This is terrible.
It's like that.
Why blanking on everything?
If you go back and watch our episode, poor Mike has really had the struggle bus of memory tonight. He said, and it's like I know exactly what he's thinking when he's talking about these things, but he is just kind of it's on like the tip of his tongue, and he just can't remember it, and I can't help him. I've been just as bad, so it's not Mike. Yeah, I know what the maybe. Without getting gross, what is Mike talking about when he's talking about shaving the rind?
Yeah, shit.
Whatever he's talking about, that's what we're trying to. Nick or my brother or whatever.
What is it when you shave the rind? What's that when you shave the grundle? It's.
Definitely reached the witching hour.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm blanking on this.
It's a very
friggin'
similar.
Nikki does it all the damn time with the friggin' scones and shit. Why am I? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Google it. That's it. We're hitting the Google. Shaving the yak. Wait, look at all the different. Hold on. Before you do this, just put shaving the and we'll just see what comes up.
Shaving the prostate surgery.
What?
What?
Hold on. Top 10. You're in Bing? Who the hell uses Bing? First of all, but all right, let's just go with it.
Shaving the yak.
Shaving the yak is the first one that came up. So shaving the is what Mike has in the search.
Yeah.
Okay. Shaving the prostate surgery.
Okay.
Shaving the prostate. You shave the prostate? Is that a thing?
Isn't that?
Oh my God!
Isn't that inside?
Yes.
How do you shave the prostate?
I don't know. I don't want to know now. I guess I'm gonna definitely YouTube that later on. The fourth one, shaving the pubic area tips.
Pubic
What
area.
kind of tips do you really need for that?
Tips.
You know?
You got hair on your tips?
No.
That's-
Tips like as in tips and tricks. Not the tip of the pubes.
Okay.
Not like we're not just
That
like.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, we're not bringing it down from 4 inches to
Like,
2
wait a
inches.
second.
Yeah, no.
Pubic
Tips.
area tips.
Tips in terms of I need advice.
Okay. Gotcha.
Shaving the prostate procedure.
There's a lot
So
of
there's a lot of
prostates.
prostate
There's a
stuff
lot of
here.
prostates.
Shaving the pubic hair products.
Okay.
Manscaped. Just call it.
Shaving the bottom of a door. That's
is-
very helpful, actually.
That would be super helpful.
Yeah.
Because people do have to put a door on once in a while.
I
and it's
gotta
getting
say,
stuck at
I
the
gotta say, a
jam.
lot of the times it's actually it's a hinge problem, that the hinges aren't screwed in tight enough. When they loosen, the door starts to sag a little
And then it
bit.
hits the bottom.
Yep.
That is 100% correct. Now the rest are all pubic
They're all
area.
pubic hair,
The pubic area without irritation.
hair without irritation.
Yep, shaving pubic area. Shaving
With an
pubic hair
electric
with an electric
razor.
razor. Shaving the pubic area with risks.
Area.
And shaving the pubic area benefits.
Benefits. Yeah.
I kind of want to click on that and see
Kinda-
what that does. Are there health benefits?
That's makes everything look grander.
Will I lower my A1C if I shave my pubic area benefits? I don't know.
Do you shave your pubic hair?
Hang on. I gotta think that one over before I answer in public.
Do you shave your prostate?
I have not shaved my prostate.
Okay, all right.
No, that's,
We have
that's
a
one I
def-
can answer with
At least we have a
definitively.
definite answer on that one.
100% no on the prostate. Haven't had the need to do that. I am reaching the age where I have to do that though. The whole
I
prostate
know.
thing.
I got to do that too.
We're all hitting that 45 to 50 area where we get the prostate's like a thing now. I think we all.
Every time I think about shaving pubic area, what the hell is that? We always go to that freaking GIF of what the hell is it with what's his? Oh my god!
the movie with what's his name, Jay Baruchel.
Yes, yeah.
She's
Where he has his friend shaving it.
Yeah.
And he's like blowing.
Yeah, the razor. She's out of my league.
She's out of my league. That's
First
it,
one we
yes.
got. All right, so we're getting better. That's a great movie too, man. That's a freaking funny ass movie.
It really is.
Yeah, it's this guy, played by the actor Jay Baruchel, and he is a very like scrawny, works like TSA at the airport. Not like a loser, but just like, wouldn't be able to get the hot girl, the super hot girl. And by some miracle, because this girl leaves her phone at the airport or whatever, he lands the hot girl on a date or whatever. Like this girl, I forget the actress's name.
She's super hot.
Smoking hot.
Super hot.
Damn it. I mean, you can look it up on IMDb.
Yeah.
Nick,
Who doesn't?
here we go.
Wait a second. What's happening? What's happening?
Alice Eve, yes. Oh, my God. Google Alice Eve. She is drop dead gorgeous.
yeah,
she was
she's-
on Craig Ferguson a couple of years ago. Oh, my God. Just beautiful. Where are we going with this?
I don't know.
I think zest is what you're thinking about with the rind.
Is it zest?
No, I think she's right about that. You do zest.
Yeah, you zest.
You zest the rind.
Yeah.
You definitely don't zest your pubes.
Yeah.
Shaving the zest? Shaving the rind.
But,
Mike is Googling. You're gonna have to delete your browsing history, man. This is not good.
why is videos of shaving the rind? How to shave your pubic hair? That's the first one.
Dead serious. He's not wrong about this. Now, he is using Bing. So I don't know why Mike.
I didn't know that was my. Why is that the go-to?
Because it's Edge. You're using Microsoft Edge. Bing is
Oh,
their
I'm
thing.
on Edge.
You didn't use Google Chrome.
Oh, I didn't use Chrome.
So you're getting Bing,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if that's skewing things.
Yeah, no, it's got to be Zesting, right?
So far, we're about 9 or 10 deep, and I haven't seen the word zest pop up. I'm just throwing that out there. But I'm not saying you're wrong, Ash, but I'm just saying.
No, it's
that
got it's zest. Yeah, it's Zesting. Zesting, right? Oh God.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And there's a big lemon and pops up.
Yeah. Yeah.
How to zest the lemon. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but like, the moral of the story is do not start your search with how to shave followed by anything. Because pubes is coming up next.
Edging is in.
Edging.
Is it now?
I don't know about that. I think zest is what you were like. Yeah, all right, fine.
Yep.
Anyway, back to Alice Eve. She was, that movie was, yeah, Alice Eve and edging are not two terms that can be used together. Just to point that out, Alice Eve was not the edging type of actress. She is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Listen, don't make a face at me. You asked me if I shaved my pubes 2 seconds ago. I'm not going to have any of that. Have you looked at Alice Eve?
She shaves her pubes. Oh, what?
Right. Right. She's gorgeous.
No, yeah. She was smoking
And she
hot.
was really cute in that movie, too. And she made, you know how good, I also think she's a good actress. And the reason why I say that is like, as I came out of that movie feeling like, yeah, the common man might have a shot with her.
Yeah, but that's the way those things
I know.
always work.
I know. No real man.
That's like Adam Sandler is always with the hot chick.
Do you know why she thought she wasn't hot?
She
in the
wasn't
movie?
hot?
Yes, there's a scene in that movie where she has like a deformed toe or something like that, and she thinks that she's not hot.
Right.
Like the pilot guy that she was dating or whatever.
I thought you were talking about like the actress doesn't think she's hot.
I think she knows she's hot. Webbed feet. There you go. Yeah, she thought she had like she thought her webbed foot was a deformity, and like
I'll take web.
when you're ultra hot like that, I guess the whole point was that you have no idea. Like you're so in your own head that you can't even relate to like other people's like hang-ups.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. That's
Brain is correct.
brain is correct. Thank you. I get that all the time. Appreciate it. You can fix that, Nick. It's fine. I believe it or not, that is probably the most common mistake with my first name is that people, and I'm sure other Brians out there can relate to this. If you're in a professional setting or you're just having a conversation or somebody's typing you something, I think it's autocorrect. That's part of it.
Yeah.
People autocorrect.
Yeah,
Brian
definitely.
to brain. And I think they're just typing fast, and it's just like it comes out that way. But people, and it doesn't change it, right? Because brain is a correctly spelled word. So it's just you hit send on brain, and it's like, all right.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't underline. It's like, no.
That was like the that's the other thing that I can't stand.
Sorry, dude.
I just did it before when I was looking at I was on my friend's live and I was just I was typing a sentence and I typed exactly what I wanted to say and hit enter. But it does one of those things where it does a suggested like
Phrase.
Was this the sentence that you were saying? So it adds words to it. So I hit enter and it added like a word and it changed the context of what I was saying. I'm like, that's not what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, sometimes I guess you can call it AI-generated phrases or words that come after a sentence, they're not applicable at all, and they do it automatically.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
I think I might still have the picture, whatever. There was, like even if you don't type anything, they give you the suggested words.
Mm-hmm.
And like you could just, if you hit them randomly, it'll just say something.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I had my phone in my pocket. This is years ago.
Oh boy.
But I took a screenshot of it because it was hilarious. I took a screenshot of it because I picked up my phone and I realized that I had the text chat open to, I don't remember who it was, but it had typed out a sentence and it was the sentence was, I'm not getting my hair back.
That had to have been from memory. You had to have typed that to somebody else first.
I'm not getting my hair back? I've never typed that ever.
Well,
What are you trying to say?
You are 45.
This was years ago.
All right, fine. I'm just saying, I'm in the same predicament too, man. I'm not. My hair's gone, but I'm just saying maybe your phone thought of something else that you sent previously and said, okay.
I have no idea. I have no
What
idea.
was it? What was the original thing that somebody wrote you that?
No, that's what I mean. It wasn't.
Just out of blue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty bad. It could have been worse though. I mean,
I just thought it was funny, just because it was like, it's not like that's not like a sentence that was like, you typed the first letter and then word and then it like came up with that sentence. It had to have been pocket touching all of those suggested words, and it just came up with the sentence, I'm not getting my hair back.
That's pretty good. At least it was a legit sentence. I normally get the like one going across for like 5 paragraphs. I think it's like to clear, like I think Brian Butt texted me or whatever.
Right.
It's like one character or something that just sit there. There's just a string of letters that hit send. So I've had that a bunch of times. Hair loss is a thing, and man, our age. Yeah, man, except for you son of a bitch. Nick is our friend that will not lose hair.
I don't know what is going on with him.
I don't know. He is like Benjamin Button with his hair. It's bullshit. I'm just saying, Nick, and I'm only saying it out of jealousy. I'm just being honest. You do not lose hair. Don't tell me you do, because you don't. Your hairline is still in the middle of your damn forehead. It is thick as hell. Speaking of pubes, man, is that thing thick. It is a chia pet. How thick it is. He laughed at it, but what did I say?
Speaking of pubes.
Well, I'm saying thick. Like, just.
All right, so now we know that Brian doesn't shave.
No, I said thick. I didn't say not. I didn't say groomed. You jumped to conclusions there, man. That's not cool. I got more hair on my head than I do my balls. All right, Nick.
Good for you.
Good for you, buddy. That is not the case for most of us. The other thing, too, about man hair, and I'm just going to, this is not inappropriate. Have you noticed that you're getting more hair like nose, ears?
Yeah, well, I mean, I get, like my nose hair, like I've always, like for a while I've been trimming my nose hair type of thing.
It's a problem.
It's annoying.
It's like breathing.
It's annoying.
The other day,
but I make sure I pay attention to it, because sometimes like you get into conversations with people who don't pay attention to it, and you're like, all you can do is stare at the nose hair that's like
you see a stray sticking out. Yeah, you know how I felt bad recently. Somebody was talking. I think it was like Dave Gallagher or whatever. We were talking at Cornhole, and he looks at me and goes, "Hey, I think you got a booger." And then Noah looks into him and he goes, "No, it's a nose hair." And I felt so bad the rest of the night. It like totally deflated me personally. Like I was just like, "Am my nose hair that bad that I had a stray sticking out so bad that they thought it was a booger?" So then I went home and I weed whacked the shit out of it. I got all the thing there.
Yeah.
But
it sucks.
It sucks to know that the hair is getting so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like not terrible at grooming it or whatever, but god damn, it was like, it took me a while to get in there and the whole thing.
There's
man.
a couple of spots like on my ear, like not even like in the inside ear part of it, but like on like the outside that there's like a strand that just gets long, and I'm like, what the hell? And then like I just yank it out.
Meanwhile, too, I don't know about you, is your leg hair receding?
My leg hair? I haven't noticed anything on my leg hairs.
My legs from like my kneecaps down are like receding.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. It's weird. And it's like I have some there, but it's a little bit.
I haven't noticed anything over here.
It's weird where it's coming in and where it's going out. Like top of the head, I don't know if people can't see on the webcam. It's a problem. As you guys know, I go to my my very attractive Supercuts chick, and it's humiliating having her. She's not bad, pretty good. I'm just saying, as far as Supercuts go, it's not bad.
For a Supercuts chick.
For anybody, but especially for a Supercuts chick.
That's what I mean. Like, what kind of a compliment is like, for a Supercuts chick?
Ooh, Nick, once a year I buzz my ears.
Once a week.
Once a week? Well, that explains. Again, that goes back to the hair. He has a lot
See,
of hair.
like so the nose I buzz. The ears I pluck as I see them.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of work on the ears. The nose is more regular than the ears for sure.
Yeah.
But the nose is.
A lot of times I'm actually yanking out of my nose.
Ooh, doesn't that hurt?
It does, but I'll use tweezers because I'm just like I've done like the buzz clip. I have like manicure kits even at like my locker at work, and like I'll get ready for work and I'll just look in the mirror and I'll go, oh shoot.
It's like that Roman Craig from Great Outdoors scene where he's like,
Yeah,
in the mirror and he's plucking out the nose hairs. Oh, that's so painful though. Next host on the Drinking Buddy, she'll be a super cute chick. Probably not my Supercuts hot barber, but I would love it.
Yeah.
The last time I went to get my haircut though, I did have a nice conversation with her. She's a mom. I made some inroads. So if you guys want to go get your haircuts from the hot Supercuts woman, we're on good speaking terms. So you can go there. I have disproportionate hair and body distribution. Nothing on my arms, leg, and no, but a fur. For the rest of fur coat on my back.
Yeah.
That is a Deano trait. We are very much silverback apes, where we have it's just our physique, our body. It just is what it is. It's just part of who we are.
It happens.
It is what it is, man. Got to embrace it. At least we have hair on our body.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
It's good to say you got hair somewhere.
Yeah. This all started, by the way, with shaving the rind, right? Or was that?
Yeah, no, it was shaving the something.
And then it went into body hair.
Yeah.
All right.
Shaving the prostate.
Which is so weird. I didn't know that was a
Because you
thing.
shave the prostate.
I'm almost intrigued to look that up right now. It is like super late in the show.
I don't understand what it is like.
Well, I guess if you have an enlarged prostate, it must be lasered.
Okay. Now we're fucking looking at this right now.
All right. If you're watching, has anybody out there had or known of somebody that shaved their prostate? It's like the second thing that comes up when you put shaving the.
Shaving the prostate typically refers to the urethral. Thank you. Transurethral resection of the prostate. TURP. It's got an acronym.
It's got an
acronym. TURP, which is performed to treat urinary problems. Okay. During TURP, a rectoscope is inserted through the urethra to shave away excess prostate tissue. Oh, all right. So they're not talking about hair.
No, they're not talking about hair. They're talking about the
talking about like
tissue.
Something. I thought they meant like, you check your prostate like, when you get your prostate exam.
Right. You thought there was hair on the prostate?
No. What I thought they were talking about was like basically shaving your crack.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought they were referring to.
Okay. Definitely not, but yeah, okay. So they stick a thing down the thing.
Oh my god.
And then they kind of just, all
right, this just
plow the fields.
Yeah,
so
this sounds terrible.
Woof.
Yeah.
I think it's a procedure for prostate incompetence or incontinence. Can your prostate be incompetent? I thought that was more mental than anything, but
well, I think that's what the exam is for.
Is it incompetence
to
or
determine whether your
incontinence?
prostate is competent?
What did my prostate score on the Wonderlic score? My prostate's SATs were 1510.
My prostate's got an IQ of 140, so we're good.
My prostate is definitely smarter than I am. I can tell you that right now. My prostate's hosting the Drinking Buddy show next time. Actually, I'm going to.
My prostate is not fit to stand trial. I wouldn't suggest doing anything yourself to your prostate. That would be my suggestion.
My prostate gets extra time on tests, that's for sure. I tell you that.
Yes, my prostate definitely didn't finish the exam.
No, definitely not. No. My prostate went abacadabra down the scantron. I'm pretty sure. Could be even one. All right, what did I say was the other thing you said? I would not suggest doing it yourself. No, I definitely will not be.
No.
WebMDing.
I'm not sticking
or,
anything up there
No,
myself.
no, that is not a DIY situation. The prostate, definitely not.
Absolutely not. No, I like every time I think of an exam now, because now this is coming full circle. Was thinking of an exam and not being able to finish it. Do you remember our Latin exam senior year? That was 600 questions.
Conrad, was he the teacher?
No, we had
we
had Father Philip.
Oh no, I did. Okay, I did not have. I did the bullshit class, the English one.
Dude, our final exam was 600 fucking questions. It was the funniest thing, like, because when we got it, we all looked like. I can't even the proctor. I can't remember who it was. It was a teacher that was fairly new. I think I had him for homeroom.
For some gym teacher.
Junior year or something like that.
I should backtrack just so you can tell the rest of the story. When Mike and I went to Kellenberg High School, Kellenberg at the time had the requirement that you had to take Latin.
Well, you had to take a language class. The first 2 years, freshman and sophomore years, they only offered Latin.
Correct, and you could pivot to like Spanish or Italian,
Spanish or French.
French, okay. And then I think senior year, some people opted for like another English writing class or something like that. But some people, the smart ones, true. If I'm being honest, the smart, like usually the A trackers or the really good B trackers, just did 4 straight years
I just
of Latin.
stuck with Latin.
Yeah, and if you had the fourth year, your senior year of Latin, you had Father Phil,
Yeah.
who was like the president of the school.
Yes. Yeah.
And from what I understood, a pretty difficult class.
Yeah,
to take.
and he was like, the class itself was okay. He was kind of fun, like, because he was funny, like because he was like an old dude, and like, so actually where we sat was funny because I was the way you in our schools, you would be sat alphabetically, and the way it wound up being was Noah was actually just to the left of me, okay, and Mike Signoracci was right in front of me.
Okay.
So it was Michael, and he would do that every single day. Basically, he would say something, and he had a pointer. He had like one of those laser pointers, and he would say something, and he would look at the three of us, and he would go, Michael, like almost every day. But when we got our final exam, it was 600 questions long, and it was because it was one of those things where he didn't say it, but he didn't expect anybody to finish. He just wanted us to go as far as we could and answer everything correctly. So he was he was grading it based on what we answered and how well we did, type of thing. But to us, we had no idea because we were like, you're given 600 questions. We're trying to finish the test.
And you had, I don't know, how long were the finals? An hour and a half?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Maybe
Usually
2
finals a
hours?
day. I remember finals or comps or whatever the hell you want to call them at Kellenberg. It was like 2 finals per day for 3 days or something like that. So I'm going to say it was probably an hour and a half to 2 hours.
But the proctor was hilarious because he was calling out like 30 minutes left, and like everyone was laughing because we knew it was like there was no way anybody was finishing.
Yeah.
So I remember like seeing like somebody was just fucking like they filled out like 300 questions as C. It was just
Yeah.
it was just absolute asinine.
That's absolutely insane. I had no idea he did that.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I mean, what's the point of that, though?
I don't know. Dude, it was crazy.
Because there were rumors that some of the brothers, like especially as they got older, were a little senile and maybe were losing it or whatever. 600 questions is like you know damn well nobody's getting through 600
Nobody's
questions.
finishing that.
That's a full day.
And I think it had written stuff at the end.
So it was open-ended shit, too?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Father Phil. He was a nice guy, too. He wasn't a bad dude, but what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, it was just,
600 questions.
It's so stupid. I swear, we were all laughing. Like, the whole time we were taking the test, all of us were just laughing because it was like, what the
Did you
hell?
guys
Like,
ever get, how did he actually score it? Like, was it just based on what you answered? Or was it based on...
It had to have been because I got a decent score.
Okay. And
And
how much of
and-
it did you finish?
And maybe I got through 200. Maybe.
Yeah, and then it gets into, what if you skipped around?
Yeah.
Because you probably could. I would have thought to do that. I would have been like, let me get to the
Answer
parts that I can answer.
Yeah, because a lot of the times, especially when you take like SATs and everything like that, and you're being trained to take these tests, a lot of the times they say, read the question. If you don't know it immediately, just go on to the next one. So that way you get through the questions that you know immediately, and then go back to the ones that you have to work on.
Yeah.
So that way you don't miss out on the ones that you know.
Right.
But this was like, I mean, it was Latin. So a lot of it was, fairly the same stuff.
It's not bad.
Mm-mm.
Now, my brother, all right, here's another, little, I guess, correlated thing. Kellenberg is where Mike and I went. My brother went to Chaminade. It's run by the same people. So if you're a Long Island person,
The Marianists.
the Marianist brothers run both schools. And a lot of them actually cross over from time to time. Is there still some in there?
Yeah, you're going to have this.
Are you sure? Yeah. The whole thing?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay. All right, well. So the Marianist brothers run Kellenberg and Chaminade. There's a lot in here, dude.
That's good.
All right. And my brother, who went to Chaminade, just said, you guys had it rough. Our Latin teachers at the Nod gave us a 20-point translation in advance and had us conjugate a verb or two. That's not bad. That's a pretty much... You pretty much had, a paragraph that you had to translate,
Yeah.
and it wasn't heavy lifting. You know what I mean? Here's this thing, translate it from Latin
Yeah,
into
that's
English.
not bad.
That's not terrible. It's a hell of a lot better than a 600 question Scantron plus open-ended question.
I mean, it was funny. It's a memory.
Yeah, and I guess to the extent that he was fair about how he scored it,
Yeah.
that makes it fine.
That's why I was kind of I just kind of looked at it like it is what it is. There's no way I'm finishing this, and I'll just do whatever I can. And then when I got my score, afterwards, I was like, oh, okay, I guess he just graded based on what I did.
Which is good, which is what he should have done.
Yeah.
But imagine you being somebody who was up for being valedictorian or salutatorian or whatever, and you had to take that test. Can you imagine the panic that set in when you saw that? You're like, oh my God, I'm being judged on this work right now, and I have to have a 99 or 100, whatever the hell it is.
Yep.
That would scare the shit out of me. If you would put your entire 4 years of school into getting that status, and that was up for grabs because of this Latin test
Yeah.
that Father Phil didn't, you know.
Don't worry, Matt. Nobody speaks Latin.
No. maybe the priests and some of the masses, I guess, here and there, but yeah.
And even the Vatican II, nothing's in Latin
No.
anymore.
The whole thing with Latin, too, this was and I don't think this is really true, but this was the thing that they said was a big deal. If you took Latin, apparently it made you better, it made your English and all
yes.
the other...
Now, I mean, I kind of understand what they're talking about because most derivatives of words come from the Latin phrase of something.
Right.
Mostly. Not all, but a lot of them do. So it did kind of help in that aspect for certain things here and there. But, I mean, they made it seem like, your vocabulary was going to be expanded.
Oh, yeah.
Where you were going to be writing
I
novels.
thought my English SATs were going to be in the 700s. I was like, no, I got a couple of points here and there, but I wasn't like this. My vocabulary wasn't super expansive because I took Latin.
See, and that's the thing too. Like even when it came to SAT, it's funny that they don't really emphasize SATs anymore.
Nah, super de-emphasized.
And I totally understand why, because I didn't understand what the emphasis was for it anyway. Like I think I got a 12 something.
That's good. I was much lower. I was like 10
or maybe 11 something. It wasn't like crazy amazing, but it wasn't terrible. However,
if you were in the 11s and 12s though, you probably got a couple more bucks.
I got like because I think it was like a 560 in math or something like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever the heck it was, or maybe something along those. Maybe it was 1100. I can't remember exactly. But what's crazy about that is that for all the way through high school and back into grammar school, so we're talking like 6 years or something like that, I averaged 99.5 in math. But I couldn't score the highest score in the SATs for math. So is that telling of my competence level in math? Because I always excelled in math.
No, if anything, it's an indictment on
The
Kellenberg's teaching of math and maybe not preparing you.
But I think it's just like the testing of the SATs
Well,
aren't
that
that
too.
great.
It's a little bit of both. Yeah.
Like I just like it's one of those things where I never I don't like the idea of, you know, you do a test, you're giving a test to somebody, but you're limiting them in the time that they have. So they have to do this in this amount of time. And if they don't answer these questions, then that's considered wrong. Which is like stupid, because it's like, well, I didn't even get to those yet because I answered these questions correctly. I understood how to do it. It just, maybe it took me, 30 seconds instead of 10 seconds.
Yeah. It's also not reflective of real life. In real life, in the real world,
Right.
If it takes you a little bit longer to do something, but you do it effectively and do it well, like that's still makes you competent. Yeah.
The most genius mathematicians in the world come up with equations that took them years to figure out.
Yeah.
So, does the fact that took them years, is that, if they didn't have that time, then they wouldn't have gotten it right, and then they would have failed. It's like, it's kind of like a stupid way, and it was such an emphasis on how you were evaluated to get into college.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I hated that idea.
Same.
Because it didn't make any sense to me. Like, look at my grades. Like, my SAT scores didn't reflect how well I did in English and math. Like I said, 1100 or whatever the heck it was that I scored on the SATs, I averaged 99.5 or something like that for 6 years straight in math. My average in English, too, was like 90-something or whatever it was for however long. Even when I think it was McInerney was one of the English teachers one year. He actually called me the future English teacher of America at one point. But it's just like, because I was good at it if I sat and concentrated and I had the time to concentrate on it. And I could do all that kind of stuff. But if you give it to me within, the couple hours to take these tests, and if you didn't finish them, then you're considered, it's all considered wrong. Now it's like your value is less.
Yeah. Listen, I joked about it before about the whole, my prostate needs a untimed exam.
Yes,
whatever the hell joke I
exactly.
made.
Yeah.
But the reality is that you can't measure aptitude or somebody's competency or whatever.
Yeah, based on one
based
exam.
on one exam. Yeah, that's
That's on a certain amount of time, and a lot of the questions are meant to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the way they're presented that way.
It's a true story. We had Andrew took his SAT. Wasn't terrible. I want to say he got in the 10-something range or whatever, like a 1080, 1090, whatever. But to be an NCAA eligible to get to the point where he was eligible for both academic and athletic money. He had to have 1,200 SAT. So he hired an SAT tutor, $500, 5 sessions, and it jumped his score because it wasn't that the SAT tutor made him smarter. The SAT tutor simply told him, when you encounter these types of questions, this is how you should basically tackle them. So it didn't make him a smarter person. It was just, how do you effectively take this test a better way? And it literally brought his score up over, I think, 2 different. He took the SAT like 3 times, but he got the cumulative was like a 1210 or a 1220 between the two, which is what he needed to get extra scholarship money. Didn't become smarter in the 6 months that he took it. He just became a better test taker.
Right.
And that is, I mean, I'm not saying there's not something to that, but think about all the people out there that are very smart that maybe don't have the resources to take and get an SAT tutor.
That's the other thing too. Is like there are a lot of people who know what they're doing in the field that they're doing, but they don't know how to take a test.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And then there's the reverse. There's people who know how to take a test and know how to pass a test, but couldn't freaking do shit in the field that they took the test in.
Yep. Those are like the book smart but street not smart people.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, I come across that kind of thing in my field of work all the time because in order to do what I do, you need to have a license. And in order to have a license, you have to pass a test. So there are several people who are engineers, operating engineers, because they have a refrigeration license because they were able to pass an exam. But they have no idea how to be an operating engineer. They don't know how to diagnose anything. They don't understand the procedures that it takes to operate machinery and stuff like that. But they pass the test, so they are able to get a job.
Yeah. That's pretty much.
So I don't like that idea. I never liked that idea that the SATs were the end-all, be-all for getting into college when we were in high school.
Luckily, in the last 10 to 15 years, it's definitely skewed away from that.
Yeah.
It's more like your grades, your public service, all the different things that you do, whatever, and that's definitely more reflective of who you are as a student and as a person. So
yeah.
But yeah, man. Are we nearing the end now?
I think we are. Like, holy cow.
It's good.
We went through this. We did really well. And we got through. These beers were really good, I got to say.
Very good, and I don't feel. Yeah, I'm done with beer, but I don't feel like we were wrecked from this.
This would be the start of me feeling like the buzz type of thing, which is nice.
I feel mildly buzzed.
Yeah.
Not like wrecked, not like I'm going to be screwed up tomorrow,
No,
but I'm going to
no.
get a nice night's sleep and feel very good. So
Absolutely.
this is good, man. And I got to tell you, and I want to get to Bright Eye, because that's I'm sure we had it out of a can, and there's nothing. It was great. I would love to taste it fresh and at the brewery, and experience that brewery. So
yeah, that first blonde was
amazing.
It was really good.
What was the name of that? Is it on my table? Is it?
It's the slice, the regular slice.
Regular slice blonde ale. That was the first beer Mike and I had, and we didn't go in any expectations, but damn, did that beer hit good, and it set the tone for the rest of the night.
Yeah, no,
they were all good.
Kudos to them for that, because it was, it was very, 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 very good. Like we as we're trying to figure out which brewery to try out and everything like that. We weren't sure. We weren't even sure if they actually did provide canned.
No, we were ready to walk in with growlers ourselves, or bring growlers and then have them fill them.
Something.
But, yeah.
So good on them for doing. Being able to provide us with these.
They were awesome. I would love. Listen, we talk about this all the time. I'd love to do some remote stuff.
Yeah.
Broad Eye would be an amazing spot to broadcast
Yes.
from. It's so huge there. Maybe there's some opportunities there. I really. At some point, when time allows, time is always the biggest obstacle. I would love to take this shit on the road and then do some stuff with the public and just be out there and doing what we do, because I think it's a fun vibe. And when we've been live at the brewery and other places, we do a good job.
And it's nice. Like we were in the comfortable setting at South Shore, so it's like we were with all our cornhole friends, so that was cool. I would love to be able to go to a random place.
Oh yeah,
and just see.
I want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I want to be in a place where it's like, what's this going to bring?
yeah.
I want some rando.
I want
from the
people
public.
to be looking at us, going, "What the hell are they doing over there?"
and then want to jump
us
on. Yeah,
and say,
have a third mic. Are you a regular here? What's your story?
Yeah,
Let's just have some interaction with the public. I'm dying
Absolutely.
to do that. So
and
that's
it'll
in the
happen.
cards.
It'll definitely happen at some point.
People know that we're going into all these breweries. Mike and I have to buy the beer. For me, I go to Beer & Co. for a lot of them, but we've been inside some of these breweries, and we've talked to owners, we've talked to managers, and they just want their product out there and drink and us talking about it, and it's all great stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a bad experience. So we would love to give back to them and have an opportunity to do this in their establishments. So
Yeah, no, absolutely.
yeah.
And we will. And we'll do, and that's part of the whole thing of us improving upon this this podcast. And this is the 11th episode, and we're almost a year into this. And
It's not going anywhere.
you know, we're just gonna keep going because it's a lot. Like I said, we did this. Brian started this whole thing as an excuse to be able to get together with friends, and
that's still
just
what it
kind
is,
of-
pretty
yes,
much,
and
but-
that's basically what it is. And now we've just added the element of showing off the local breweries in the area and everything. So it's really
It's genius.
it's a really good thing, and I think we have a good thing going, and we'll continue to do this, and we appreciate everybody who's stopped in, chatted with us, and sent us some love and stuff, because it's really awesome, especially with the views that we've gotten on our clips and everything like that. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah,
It's a nice feeling knowing that we're being watched.
absolutely. And I think there's more coming.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to give you guys some fun and entertaining content. So
Yeah, and it's we look at this like we threw this together. Like I feel like every episode we're like, we're just throwing this stuff together. This was last month. We were really trying to figure out a date to get together,
this was tough.
and we couldn't figure it out. Like there was just so much stuff going on.
As we said at the beginning, I'm in the middle of swim season. You guys have a lot of stuff going on between the kids and football, and there's just a lot.
Yeah,
So to find a date was like a needle in the haystack. I think we're going to clear a hurdle here and then eventually get back to being able to do a little bit more than once a month, which was the original goal.
that was the goal.
Was
yeah.
to be like more like twice a month or something like
Yep.
that. So it's, the more we can do, the more likely we're going to grow an audience, and it's coming. So just stick with us.
Yeah. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping in. Brian, thank you for coming by again. And
Nick,
and-
I promise you that's in the car. Sorry, Nick just said we should do a Drinking Buddies NFL Red Zone party.
oh man,
Sunday football thing is definitely something Mike and I have talked about.
yeah, we
It's-
should totally do something like that.
Because Sunday football, people just would have us on while the Red Zone is on,
Yeah,
talking about football games or whatever.
yeah,
It's
and
just-
we can have it. We could definitely sign into something and have it like broadcast while we're chatting and stuff. So that's definitely something to look for. All these little ideas and everything is, like I said, we had so many things that were
Nick
brewing.
wants us to be the Manning cast, basically,
Yeah.
but with beer.
Well, I see people doing it all the time, especially on like TikTok. I see people doing it live where they're broadcasting a game or whatever, but they're just they're talking over it and everything, so it's their own thing. So
Yeah.
they can so they can do that, and we should totally get into it.
Yep.
And
And
we will.
Nick, you will be our guest when we do that, my man.
Yeah.
So
So anyway,
good show, man.
I really appreciate everybody. Thank you again, Brian, for coming by. Good times. Let's go. Again, we'll catch you all guys later at hopefully soon.
Yeah.
And that's about it for tonight.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you to Bright Eye for providing the beers tonight. Bry.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.